technical difficulties. I'm visible? Okay, so I got to start that over. That was a dope intro too. Son of a bitch. All right. Hey folks, how y'all doing? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing on Mayday's channel? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vince. I'm one of the illustrious game masters over at Black Project Gaming. You may know me from my Delta Green campaigns, but Mayday Roleplay has kidnapped me for a very special campaign that we will be beginning today. So this is Orpheus. For those of you who may not be aware, Orpheus is a tabletop role-playing game that White Wolf Publishing kicked out in about 2003. Centers around private investigator types who have the ability to project their spirits outside of their bodies in a world that has all but confirmed the existence of the afterlife. Obviously, supernatural horror will abound. Investigations, if you like Delta Green, you'll probably like this. A little less serious, a little less nihilistic, but nevertheless, whole lots of fun. But listen, folks, we all know you're not here to see me. You're really here to see the wonderful folks of Mayday Roleplay. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce them, or rather reintroduce them. Here's the cast and crew of Mayday Roleplay, folks.
Hello.
Hey.
That was so
Hey.
great.
Whoa.
Saturday.
I feel like we were just introduced by like a ringleader in a circus. Or
Yes,
nice. Vince, thank you for rolling with the punches. Sorry that there was that technical glitch in the beginning.
We got to have one. We got to get it.
It wouldn't be a Mayday stream without one.
Oh,
absolutely. Hey, you know what's great? I think this is the moment a lot of you out there in chat land have been waiting for. Who the fuck is playing who? So let's kick this thing off. You know what, Serge? Take it away.
Me? All right. Well, hey guys, I'm Sergio, and today I am playing Lavinia Aileen Dyer, the Hugh Skin Rider.
Yes. Caleb, go for it.
Hello, I'm Caleb James Miller, and today I'll be playing Colette Sawyer, the Skimmer Wisp.
Yes. Amanda.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda, and I'm going to be playing Mia Castillo-Benet, and I am a sleeper skin rider.
Yeah. All right. Allegra.
Oh, hey guys, it's Allegra. This time I'm playing Logan Rio Mercado, a skimmer banshee. I don't know why I had to look at my character sheet because I just checked it. I had to check it again.
I'll be checking a lot. Zakiya, what do we got?
Hello, I'm Zakiya. I play Vivian Aaker, or Viv Aaker. She also has a short nickname, I realize now. And I play a spirit poltergeist.
Yeah. Eli.
Oh, hey, I'm Eli. I'm playing Nakoa Kalahane, and I am a Banshee Spirit.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Aaron Pabst.
Oh, I'm that thing that Vince just said. And I am playing Abner Abernathy, a sleeper haunter. Haunter sleeper. Sleeper haunter? Haunter sleeper.
Yeah, what's the order that should be in?
Probably Lament and then Shade.
Yeah, what you are and what you do, right?
Yeah, there we go. Okay. We'll roll with that. So yeah, that's our Crucible, folks. That's who you are going to be watching, witnessing, experiencing this campaign with for the next however many sessions. Before we kick off, I know it's a little bit after the hour. We're just going to take care of some quick housekeeping items. Just a quick content warning. This actual play is intended for mature audiences. We do have elements of supernatural horror, violence, adult language, and much, much more. So, of course, viewer and listener discretion is advised. A note on rules. This game, while it did come out in 2003, it has been a while since I've played it. I did play it when it first came out, but obviously 2003 was a long time ago. So the game is still relatively new to us, myself included. We're still learning. My plan is I'm going to make a snap decision in game if I can't recall what the rule may be. So that way there's as little dead space and silence as possible. We'll just make the call on the fly, and then I'll look it up afterwards. And then if there was something I got disastrously wrong, I'll correct it in the intro to our next session, so that way we can all figure out how this is supposed to be played. Cell phones. You may see some cell phones come out. It is obviously not the Mayday crew being rude because they are incredible human beings, but that's how they're going to whisper. Obviously, we're not sitting around a table together. We're not we're not in person, so whispering and communicating amongst each other while I'm diatribing is not exactly feasible. So the cell phones will fill that role. Also, I use actually all of the addresses I'm about to throw out in this first session are real places. So I encourage my players to Google that shit.
I would encourage the chat to also Google. That way they can help us solve the problem.
Yes.
Hey, let's dox a bunch of people.
Absolutely.
Right.
Safety tools. One of the first things I did when we started rolling this campaign is I downloaded Monty Cook's phenomenal product, Consent in Gaming. And I fired off a consent checklist to all the players just to make sure where their green, yellow, red limits were. So I got those. We are going to take those into account as we move through the campaign. I also have an X card function. Essentially, these fine folks will just shoot me a text or shoot me a message in our Discord server, or just, flash up the X and we'll cease and desist and we'll move on. Safety tools are important. If you're not using them at your table, you're doing it wrong. Finally, shout outs and thanks. Onyx Path Publishing, incredible company, incredible human beings. We reached out to them because we weren't really sure who still had the rights to Orpheus. Apparently it's Paradox Interactive, who did not respond. They're a big company, sure, no big deal. But Onyx Path did, and they actually shot us a free courtesy copy of Wraith 20th Anniversary Edition, just as a thank you and just for the shout out. So if you love stuff like this, definitely check them out. They're an incredible company. And last but most certainly not least, I want to throw out a huge thank you to Simon Heath from Cryo Chamber. Cryo Chamber is a phenomenal record label that does all sorts of dark ambient music, and you will be hearing their music throughout this campaign. In fact, I believe it might be playing now, right, Serge? Or at some point.
We've got it in the background.
Beautiful. Yeah, so what you're hearing is incredible. Use it in your campaigns, use it in your horror games. They do absolutely phenomenal work. So please check them out at cryochamber.bandcamp.com. But I think that's it, unless anybody has anything else.
No, let's start.
No.
Just
Just the impending doom.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be great.
Let's do this, folks. All right, we ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is Monday, September 10th, 2018. Shortly before 8 o'clock in the morning, a sun rises in a pristine blue sky above the front range of the Rocky Mountains. We are in Arvada, Colorado, a suburb of the major metropolitan area of Denver. As you all go about your mornings, preparing for your first day with the Orpheus group, some of you, your first day with the Orpheus group, but all of you, your first day with Crucible 12. Viv, why don't you tell us what you're up to?
Viv is, I think she's taken to spending most of her time in her car that's sitting in the parking garage beneath her former apartment, just to sort of give her other older partner some space, and is sitting and wasting time before she goes to the street and just kind of watches her block for a while. We'll consider doing some poltergeisty shit and decide against it because it is a new day and we have a new job and we shouldn't fuck it up. And I think it's a lot of just waiting. Like she's ready 5 hours before she needs to be, and just slowly inching towards where she's supposed to be in the morning. A lot of deep breaths, a lot of checking things that don't really make sense to check anymore, like texts from people she's not getting messages from, that kind of thing.
Love that. All right. Who is next on the list? I believe. Oh, crap. I got messed up. Okay, I'm just going to wing it. Amanda, what are you doing? What is Mia doing?
Mia, 8 a.m., correct?
8 a.m. or a little bit before. You're supposed to be at headquarters by 8 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, she's already probably at work. She got there slightly early. I would say definitely would have had. Mia's got her coffee. Addressed. I would say a little, like everything's kind of pressed. You could tell that an iron was used. Like they put a little effort today. Just getting ready for their debrief. I will say that they are also they probably would have done their morning stretches, especially to loosen some tightness in her left shoulders and all that. But she's just getting her notes, getting her coffee, and just getting ready to go to her meetings and whatnot.
Awesome. Okay.
To me, yeah.
Lavinia, how about you?
One of the pleasures of being dead is that you don't have to sleep. So
Right.
Lavinia spends the entire evening before trying to read. The problem is that when you're dead, you have to expend vitality to interact with physical objects, and Lavinia doesn't have a lot of vitality, so she spends most of the day convincing, or most of the evening, convincing one of the late night operators, one of the folks at Orpheus, to sit down and turn pages for her, where she just says, okay, turn. And in the morning, around 8 a.m. at this point, she is now getting this person who is exhausted, like slumped over a table, getting them to work on a little wooden block puzzle that, you kind of put it together and it forms a wooden block. And he's really bad at it, and no matter how she tries to explain for him to do it, so he just won't get it. So she just kind of once uses her abilities as a skin writer to kind of take his hand and just wipe the wooden block across the table, and she just says, "You're excused," and she leaves.
Amazing.
God
Amazing.
damn.
What an entrance. Holy shit. Love that. Okay. Nakoa.
Hmm.
How about you?
I've probably finally like skulked over to the second floor of the Orpheus building, because I can go and like stand on the atrium and kind of look out the big windows that look at the sunrise. And I'm kind of just like, I look tired and disheveled and just like I'm kind of yawning as I just kind of just like stand there, like slouching, and I'm very, waiting to like get to where I need to be in the morning, but at least I'll have some time to like have a smoke break, because somebody was kind enough to offer me some cigarettes last night, for an hour of my time. So I kind of pull them out of my pocket and I kind of just loosely put it in my mouth and like kind of like light it, or it just like lights itself. I don't even have to really light it. I just take a deep breath of it, and it's kind of like smoke just kind of just floating around and stuff as I'm like watching the sun.
Nice. Yeah, and as you do that, the smoke actually, as it drifts, it becomes reabsorbed back into your gauze, because it is a part of you. It is a part of your spectral being, and it's the ritual. It's the familiarity of this repetitious behavior that helps you find your focus in the morning. Beautiful. Love that. Logan.
Logan's morning routine usually goes one of three ways. They either don't sleep and just like hyperfixate on something, whether it's like the life cycle of mealworms or like a YouTube rabbit hole, and then the sun's up, I guess I should keep just like going. 2, they go to sleep super late at like 3 a.m. and then wake up at like 6 and then work out like a maniac and have like a productive day. Or 3, they go to sleep early trying to be responsible, and then wake up at 4 p.m. and just write the day off, because why? Like, I'm already up at 4 p.m. So what am I gonna do? Today was supposed to be like a number 2 day of like, okay, if I go to bed late, then I'll get up early and I'll work out and then I'll go to work. It didn't work out. They have slept through 3 alarms on their phone, and finally the clock, like the old clock radio on their bedside table, starts like blaring talk radio to an annoying enough extent that they throw it against the wall and haul their ass out of bed, realize what time it is, and then rush to get like ready for work, jump in the car, and put on music as loud as they possibly can, to just pretend that they're not nervous and they're just like this is going to mask the anxiety if I just deafen myself with music, and hope that they make it to work in time on their first day ever.
Awesome. I love that. All right, Abner.
Everyone in the Orpheus building is rattled when an old-timey alarm goes off in Abner's office. As he picks his head up off of his desk, You can see that he has kind of like this long gray matted hair that looks like it hasn't been washed in a while, or like it's been dry shampooed in the last week at best.
Okay.
He's wearing this old tan suit that looks kind of like vaguely familiar, but it's a couple sizes too big. The colors are kind of off. Some of the seams are starting to rip a little bit. As soon as he wakes up, he kind of like startles a little bit and shakes, and then wipes like a bunch of old newspapers off of his desk to reveal a can of refried beans, which he peels the top off of, and he just starts kind of going to town on his breakfast before pulling up an ancient thermos, opening it up and drinking coffee directly from the thermos. Kind of splashes down onto his suit as he goes, and then he just kind of stands up from his desk and starts patrolling the halls of Orpheus HQ, talking to anybody who will let him chatter.
What a monster.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say refried
No,
beans or
hard-boiled
beans?
eggs exist,
It
man.
was refried. It was refried beans. With
Oh,
watery
Last
that's
time
refried
you
worse.
had
beans.
I think that's worse.
Damn.
How many
Apples
bean cans you
exist.
got?
My God.
Oh, and last, of course, but most certainly not least, Colette.
I think that the hardest part of recovery for Colette is keeping a regular schedule. And so with the anxiety of coming to Orpheus for her first day the next day, she's very apprehensive, but she tries to get herself to bed at a normal hour, and it just doesn't work. For the first 3 hours, she just lays there staring at the ceiling, thinking about all the things that she's got herself in and how she came to be a bureaucrat at her age. And so she picks herself back up and she goes to work. She's working with oils tonight on this big canvas. She convinced Orpheus to allow her to take into the hotel temporary housing that they set her up in for the time being. And about halfway through her work, around 6 in the morning, she spills just about half of her oil paints into the carpet, the cheap hotel carpet underneath. And so a lot of her morning is spent trying to clean up that fucking mess and getting herself ready. And it ends up making her late just from the sheer process of trying to get the soapy water into the carpet to clean it back up and lift it up. But she gets herself out. She's wearing homemade jewelry today. Today she's wearing 2 old Seattle Transit bus tokens that she's looped hooks through and then pierced her ears with. But she's just trying to make it in time.
All right. I think that's everybody.
Seems like
Oh,
it.
Yes.
we did lose Aaron.
That's okay. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Okay, so
There he is.
there he is. As you all are going about your morning routine, some of you already at Orpheus headquarters, some of you not so much. Those of you who do have cell phones, obviously with our Spirit and Hugh counterparts. Oh, did you have a question, Amanda?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. No problem. Those of you who do have cell phones, you do get a text shortly after 8, or we'll say a little bit before, that simply says, Briefing Room B, 815, KD. And KD, you know, are the initials of your project leader for Crucible 12, Kate Dennison. And you know, the briefing rooms, at least from your orientation and your initial tour of Orpheus headquarters, are in the investigative consulting section of the 2nd floor of the Orpheus building. So, yeah, 815. Who wants to show up first? Who wants to show up at the building first? That isn't already there.
Probably. That'd be me.
Probably Mia?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, definitely Mia, for sure.
All right. So yeah, you as you all begin to file in and show up, you pull into the underground parking garage at Orpheus headquarters. One of the sub levels is dedicated to underground parking, and you use your issued key card to swipe in, enter in a PIN, and access the elevator that will take you to the 2nd floor. And it is a very quick walk down to the cubicles that you call your homes when you're not actually in the field, and the briefing rooms themselves. So yeah, do you do anything when you get there to headquarters?
I'm gonna probably stop over any, grab a legal pad, a couple of pens, grab all my notes to get for any debriefing whatsoever. I'm definitely make sure I have my cup of coffee, and yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I am there 5 to 10 minutes early.
Easy. Yeah, nice. And you know that the investigative consulting offices are loaded with supplies just like that. There's just a dedicated cabinet with just stacks of legal pads, stacks of pens. So all that is very easy to get your hands on. Who else we got?
You assholes don't have a clock. I'm like,
I know,
get on
right?
time. I'm waiting.
Well, I know Viv was on
Early
her way,
is on
right?
time.
Yeah. Viv is on site on time. She's standing outside of the building for a good minute before she goes inside. And Vince, I have a question for you. How old is this building? Like ballpark, like 150, 20?
We'll say early 2000s at the oldest. Probably this facility was probably built 2004, 2005 timeframe.
Okay, good. Then she's walking through the building, looking, like checking to clock the age of the building. She doesn't have a tape measure out to measure the width of the doors, but it's very much like, okay, good. This is, not only is it accessible, but it's functional. That's nice. I enjoy that. And she's like I said, she's taking every moment to try and learn about a room before she goes into it. So she sees Mia go into the room and just like sits behind a cubicle.
Okay. Awesome.
That's it.
I love that. All right. Cool.
Logan probably makes it with enough time to get up to the briefing room before 8:15. But the last song they're listening to is really long, and they don't want to stop in the middle of it, so they just crank it really loud and just freak out in their car until the end of the song.
Nice.
And then turn the car off, and instead of taking the elevator, sprint as fast as they can up the stairs, hitting each stairs, like doing like stair drills up to the second floor or wherever it is.
Okay.
And arriving probably like a couple minutes late, heaving a little bit.
Okay. All right.
If no one shows up on time, I'm actually gonna write down who shows up at what time off to the side. But I'm gonna be like, there's the merit. But I'm not gonna be like writing full names. I'm just gonna have like little codes. Like I have shapes that I know who each person is. So I'm just gonna write like triangle, 8 something something. Like I'm gonna just clock everyone's time.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, Abner and Lavinia, since you're already in the building, are you like fashion? Like, I have a feeling Lavinia might be fashionably late. I don't know. What's Lavinia's thing?
Lavinia is currently on the other side of the wall, like phased through, waiting for everyone to appear, and when no one is looking, she's just gonna step in and like lean against the wall and just always have been there.
Okay. Okay. I dig that. What about Abner? Are you like
Abner has been sitting behind me for 5 minutes waiting for her to notice.
Creepers only.
So Mia thinks everybody's late, but we're actually all early watching her.
Can I like almost check to see if I would spot this a-hole?
Yeah, you know what? Let's first rolls. Okay.
It's a PvP first roll.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Let's roll perception plus alertness. So whatever that die
How do
pool
I
is.
do that?
Okay.
Well, so for you, it'd be different. For you, it's going to be dexterity plus stealth.
Okay, perception plus alertness.
Yeah, so for...
dexterity plus stealth.
Oh, no, you are lucky my perception is bad.
And your DC is going to be 6.
Okay, so I have a 2 in dexterity. That means I roll 2 dice?
2 dice. Yep, 2 d10s. And you have nothing in stealth?
2 d10s. No, I don't have anything in stealth.
Right on. Yeah, 2 d10.
I only have 1 in perception, nothing in alertness, so.
So roll
so
1.
I roll a 10, a 6, and a 6 for a total of 16.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it too.
Okay. Yeah, you do not notice this this hobo chilling in the back of the briefing room.
All right, you win.
Until he deigns to make his presence known.
Do you, Aaron?
I think I'm kind of just gradually creeping up closer to you.
Until
eventually behind you just hear...
Which side do you come up on?
Left.
I'm gonna hit you, by the way. If you do that, if you start on me on my left, I'm gonna hit you. Like
30 minutes in.
Well, fun fact. At a certain point, I just kind of scream in your ear, "Good morning!"
If you did that on my left side, I'm gonna probably jerk and try to hit you out of reflex.
Ah!
All right, roll strength plus brawl.
It's yeah.
Can I let her hit me?
You can let her. Yeah, if you want to let her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to let her. Ah, you got me.
Don't do that. And I'm gonna just be like,
Are you awake yet?
Yes, I am awake
Oh,
now.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
When does Nakoa get there? Yeah.
Nakoa is actually wandering around until I eventually find Kate, who's on her way to the to the meeting, and then I'm just gonna kind of slowly walk up next to her, just casually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nakoa.
Good morning.
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. I mean, it's a big group you got us together, from what you've told me.
It's bigger than normal. Yeah, we'll address that.
Okay. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, though.
Sure. Sure. We'll see.
Viv's
You've
gonna
got
get up
Abernathy.
out of her cubicle and cross you and say, "Someone already got punched in the face." And walk into him.
Kate just slowly closes her eyes and just breathes. Just was it Abernathy?
Sounded like a man.
Fucking course it was. I will see you in there shortly. Colette.
Okay.
Colette. When does yeah.
I think either second to last or last.
Got it.
They're coming in smelling like paint thinner, and the big thing that slowed them down is they did not bring any form of identification to get into Orpheus, completely forgetting her badge at home. She has to quick talk her way through the parking structure, basically, for them to even let her in with her shitty broken down 240 Volvo, and just refuses to go back home to get the identification, and barters and argues until finally the person behind the booth finally goes, fine, I found you in the system, and lets her through. So then when she finally comes into the room, she reeks of paint thinner. She looks absolutely ridiculously tired and takes her seat, doesn't say much to anyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Sits down.
morning.
Can I say if I come in last?
Sure.
If Logan comes in last, they're gonna kind of clock everyone, like mock salute Nakoa, wink at Colette, and then as soon as they see Abner, all like artifice of like cool confidence or whatever drops, and they're like, "Yo, Uncle Abner!" And they like run over and grab him around the waist and pick him up. They're like 5'11", so and like ripped, so they fully pick him up. I haven't seen you since I was like 11. Oh my god!
You've gotten so big.
I know. You're still the same size. Wait, hold on. I think the last time I saw you, we were on that mountain, and there was it was that wedding on that mountain. Yeah?
Yeah.
That was so pretty. It was weird that lady didn't show up, but like, it was a pretty ceremony anyway, man. Does my dad know you're here?
Oh, I haven't. No.
He doesn't? Okay, well, he doesn't know I'm here either, so like, that's fine.
Do you want him to know that you're here?
Fuck no,
'Cause
I
I
don't
could
care.
call him.
No. That would be a weird thing to do. Like, first thing that you've talked to him in years, that he's like, "Hey, your kid's here," and you're like, "You know?"
That's how he sounds.
Kate is kind of leaning against the door frame, just kind of watching this chaos as people are filtering in and just the sheer chaos of a new group coming together for the first time. Kate is in her mid to late 50s, from what you can tell. Her white hair is cut in kind of like a spiky pixie cut. She's got a black turtleneck on, black pants, and black heeled boots. She kind of looks across all of you and says, "I'm on your schedule, so ready whenever you are."
I'm so sorry. That's like, family reunion probably shouldn't be happening right now, right? Yeah, cool. And I'll like set Abner down and go sit by
It's
Colette.
okay. Start whenever you're ready there, Kate.
Thank you, Abner. Your generosity is noted. Yes.
Quick question. Have we had many interactions with Kate, or at least has Colette had many interactions with Kate, or is this
Right.
sort of brand new?
So sort of brand new. You would have kind of gotten to know her a little bit in training when you found out what Crucible you were going to be assigned to. She would have come down and introduced herself to the at least the rookies who are going to be assigned to the Crucible for the first time. For those who have been with Orpheus for a little bit, you definitely know Kate. She's one of the longest employees that have been with the group. But yeah, was there something you want to know about her, or something you're kind of?
I just wanted to know where she was, frame of reference.
Yeah. So you do know she is one of the group's like premier investigators, and she's a project leader. Crucible 12 isn't her only Crucible; she manages several. But this is kind of a new endeavor for her. So this is definitely the first time you're working with her in a professional setting.
Got it.
All right. Well, if you're all ready to begin, I have your first assignment with the group. So take your seats, pens, notes, whatever you need. We have a simple removal operation. I'm sending you down to Colorado Springs. She looks at her watch as soon as we're done here. Location is going to be the intersection of North Circle Drive and Maysland Road in the Springs. June 14th, a few months ago, a city electrician by the name of Christopher Allen was sent to examine the traffic light wiring at the intersection. A car, unfortunately, ran the light, slammed his body against the light box, and killed him instantly. The car sped off. Only witnesses that were there described it as some kind of black Jeep or small SUV. Shortly after Mr. Allen's demise, the frequency of car accidents at that intersection jumped dramatically to an average of, from what our research has told us, 1 every 2 or 3 days since. Most of the accidents happened because of the timing on the stoplight. In several instances, all of the motorists at the intersection said they had the green light. As a result of the danger there, between the 1st and 2nd of September, the city removed the stoplights and replaced them with a 4-way stop sign. All was relatively quiet for the next 48 hours, after which some disturbances began in the local homes near the intersection. It does sit within a residential area. The houses in the immediate area are experiencing what they describe as electrical disruptions, devices switching on and off randomly, stereos increasing in volume. In one instance, the lights flickered on and off fast enough to induce a seizure in an epileptic child. Threatening messages appearing on television screens, kitchen appliances operating without being plugged in. No fatalities or serious injuries have been reported as of yet, but from what our intelligence indicates, the threat is getting worse instead of better. We have been contracted by the Palmer Park Business and Neighborhood Association to stop these hauntings and lay Mr. Allen to rest, find his spirit. If possible, bring him peace. We're destroying him as a last resort. Any questions?
Oh no, I think you laid everything out clearly enough. Can't wait to get started.
Any family, any people of note that we might be able to contact?
Yes. So Mr. Allen was 26 when he passed away. He's not married, but he had recently undergone a breakup with a Miss Elizabeth Neary, girlfriend of about 2 years. We can get you her information. He also has a brother in the city. He's a manager of a local restaurant. His name is Montgomery Allen. We'll get you his contact information as well.
Were they close?
Close enough, from what we can tell.
Affecting street lights and mechanical instruments, we know that the poltergeists of our group will be the points of contact for this spirit.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, we think he actually may be a haunter. He's using inhabit.
Oh, well, it sounds like it's right up my alley then.
It certainly is, Mr. Abernathy. Threat tag, blip class green. Any questions?
Blip class green is pretty low radar for such a large crucible. Any reason why there's 7 of us in this group?
Well, think of this as a test. See how well you work together. We'd like to ease you into field operations as gradually as possible, but this crucible is a little bit of an experiment. Most of our crucibles are anywhere from 3 to 4 members in size, but due to some recent developments, the group has seen fit to increase the size of our crucibles and start fielding perhaps larger ones due to the specter presence we've been noticing in some areas. Yes, Viv.
Who decides who gets the missions? Like, how do we get what not to do at a stoplight?
Randomly. Who's available when? And I wanted to give you something simple. Right, Mr. Abernathy?
There's no small missions.
Only small people.
I'm not small.
Oh no, just small missions. There's no small missions. Hey, I'm sorry, continue, Kate. I didn't
Are
mean
you
to
reading
interrupt.
something? Abernathy, was it? Are you reading these things that you're saying?
Oh no, just good Anyway, Kate doesn't like being interrupted. We should let her continue.
Your point of contact at the Business and Neighborhood Association is Victor Castillo. He's the vice president. I'll give you his cell number and address. We've made reservations for you at the Antlers Hotel in downtown Colorado Springs for the duration of your operation. You will have 2 vehicles, 1 SUV, 1 sedan, and as well as your company-issued cell phones and expense card. Sleepers, if you do decide you want to go under for this operation, report to the cradles next. Otherwise, you are entirely up to you whether or not you want to go 0.
Do we think that's necessary, or
I was gonna
is this
say.
the sort of thing where we're, going?
Because it takes time for me to go to sleep. Like, because I know there's a process with that. That's why.
It is. You're correct. Yep. It's entirely up to you all. Decision is yours.
Oh, I think a couple meat sacks will be fine for this mission. Don't you agree, Miss Bennett?
Unfortunately, Mr. Abernathy is your lead investigator for this operation.
Fortunately.
If you don't mind, it's Castillo-Benet, or you can call me Mia. Sir.
My apologies.
Okay.
And duly noted.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so Mia and Abernathy. Could I get everybody's names? I know Nakoa, I know Logan, but
What's up, cutie?
hey, good morning.
How about this? Hi, Mia Castillo-Benet.
Shake your
Been
hand.
here for a year. Nice to meet everybody.
Oh, dead or
Nice to meet
alive.
you.
Just add that on there as well.
Oh, alive. Yes.
Good distinction. Yeah.
There
I
you
forgot
go.
that's a thing we have to distinguish now. Cool.
Yes.
Super cool.
Colette, you look at Lavinia last, and when she looks at you, it's hard to tell whether she wants to fuck you or eat you.
Already.
God.
Yes.
And you realize she just kind of gives that look regardless of who she's looking at, but she says, Lavinia.
That's a pretty name. Nice to meet you. I'm Colette.
Party.
Viv, I'm dead.
Nice
Oh
to
yeah,
meet you.
Lavinia, are you
Hi,
dead?
Dead. I'm
too?
Abner.
No.
Lavinia's
No.
very obviously dead, yeah.
Abner.
No.
Abner, you know you're not supposed to say stuff like that.
I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get the unfortunately.
No, he's great, man. Don't talk about my uncle like that.
No, he's great.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good.
This is gonna
This is gonna be good.
Well, if we know that this thing is a haunter, we're going to have to ask Mr. Abernathy to at least project, aren't we?
Might be a good idea.
I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go as just regular meat.
If it's
puppet.
all the same, I'd like to go in person and see how
Okay.
everyone works. Mia, if you'd like to go under, I'd be happy to see how you do your thing.
I can. I didn't know if you wanted me to actually talk to the
wonder
rest
what
of.
Trickle
Well,
Why
our
don't
point
you
of
go under? Why don't you go under and I'll take the old meat sack out there to see how everybody does. How's that sound?
Are we talking about when we actually get there, or can we talk to his people first? I mean, we should probably figure out everything we can about
Of course.
this guy first.
I mean, you're the boss. If you have an order for me, go ahead.
You're right. You know what? You're right. Let's go talk to the family and the girlfriend first, and then we'll make a decision from there.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, we have
Good
to come all the way
point.
back here if you guys need to like. 'Cause
Oh,
That's like a
know-
whole bunch of time wasted, man.
that's true.
About an hour and a half drive.
Oh,
Is there sort of like a time limit on these things? Is there like a due date?
yeah.
As quickly and efficiently as possible, but nothing.
Okay, so no due date. We're good. We can come back then.
If it's necessary, and you know what? Honestly, if it's not, then we just won't worry about it.
I mean,
Try
we
to
should
get it
take
done
our
in one
time
trip.
What?
with this as much as possible. I mean, somebody died, right? We ought to give them as much time as they need.
Well, within the reasonable usage of resources, yes.
I like that.
So wait, I'm so sorry. Abner, I'm confused. Can you just can you clarify for me if you don't mind? Do you want me to sleep or do you want me to join you?
Let's
in the
hold
other-
off.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was confused. Let's hold off.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't mean to be all rambly with you. Let's just go out there and talk to the folks.
I will say for the veterans in the group, you know to use your ability Sever the Strand in order to help resolve any spirit's tethers will require someone who shares that shade or nature
That's
group
okay.
with that
might
individual.
That might change things.
So, question: if we're severing the strand, do we have to be spirits at the time that we do it, or can
Yes.
we be corporeal?
You will have to be in spirit form.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what occurs to me? It's going to be way easier for me to observe how you all work if I can't be seen by our clientele at all. So why don't I go under just to keep an eye on you, and I'll just be a little helpful watching guardian angel. How does that sound?
Something like
I had a manager like you when I used to work retail.
Oh,
Hell
I
of
know
a-
that's not a compliment. I'll work on that, I promise.
No, you're great. You just watchful eye. That's okay.
Anyway, I think does that sound reasonable to you, Kate? I'll go under just to keep an eye on them, and the rest of the kids can go out to play.
Sure, Mr. Abernathy, I believe that is a viable course of action.
Then it's a done deal.
It's probably the most rational thing you've said the entire time we've been in this room, but I appreciate it. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. Anybody else?
let's do it.
No.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we're on your clock, folks. So, Mr. Abernathy, we'll make sure that your cradle is good to go down in the nursery. So,
Thank you very much, Kate.
good luck. Call if you need anything.
Man.
And she leaves.
You know, if you want her to like you, break some rules. It's a little tip from me to you. Break some rules.
Ooh,
Little tip.
sick.
Who are you talking
with-
to?
Everybody. And with
Okay.
that, I'll go down to my cradle.
Excellent. Yeah. So, does anybody go with him to kind of see the process or see how this works, especially, or are you flying solo down there?
I'll
go
probably
see.
walk
I
with
want
him.
to see this.
I'm gonna hang back.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So for those
hang
who-
with Nakoa, by the way.
Got it. Okay. So we got Mia and Nakoa. We got Logan heading with Abner. Anybody else? Colette, did you say you wanted to go down?
Yeah, I'll go down with them.
Okay. Lavinia, what's Lavinia doing?
I think she'd probably stay with Nakoa and Mia.
Yeah. Viv?
Yeah, I kind of want to see the cradle thing.
Got it. Beautiful. All right, so we got Viv, Logan, Abner heading down to sublevel 3 of Orpheus headquarters. You know there are 4 sublevels, and the third is where kind of medical, the nursery, everything is all that set up. And the nursery itself is kind of divided into 2 areas. You've got your skimmer lounge, which is where the skimmers, individuals who don't necessarily need to be cryogenically suspended, can meditate and separate from their bodies. It's a very warm, very inviting, almost like high-end modern yoga studio aesthetic, very calm and comforting. The Cradle Bay is almost the exact opposite. It is cold, it is dark, rows upon rows of stainless steel and chrome encased hardware, monitoring and equipment, an emergency medical bay, and then the sleeper pods themselves. 2 rows of these steel monstrosities that really resemble upright coffins, with the exception of the window in the front to allow viewing of the personnel inside. Most of the cradles are in use. Some are empty or serving as an emergency backup. And they are hooked via these long, thick tubes and cords into the suspension fluid processors. As you head on down, Dr. Sam Gardner, the lead physician on duty, black mid-30s, has a black hair and a tapered buzz cut, nose stud, glasses, white lab coat over a Tribe Called Quest t-shirt, blue distressed jeans, and black boots. Walks up and, Mr. Abernathy, I hear you're going to sleep for a little bit.
Oh, I sure am. Probably just a quickie.
Beautiful. We've got your accommodation set up right over here if you'll follow me, sir.
Why, thank you, good doctor.
And they lead you down to your cradle, which is already standing open, and says, well, if you'll... My favorite part, if you'll strip down Mr. Abernathy, we'll get you situated.
Of course, handedly.
I did not know that this was a part of it.
Logan fully about faces.
Turn around with Logan.
For what it's
Did
worth,
not know
Abner
that.
Spares
You are-
no time. hears
Yep.
strip, and he's like a little kid. He's naked as soon as he hears the word.
Beautiful. And you step into this cradle, and Dr. Garner takes some time, sliding the needles into the veins in your arms, making sure you're good to go. And the first thing they hit you with is
that
the
tickles.
the first thing that hits you is that anesthetic. As you start to feel yourself become drowsier and sleep as the cradle shuts closed on you, and you feel the suspension fluid begin to fill your veins as the temperature grows colder and colder until you lose consciousness. And when you open up your eyes, you are outside that cradle, staring at yourself, at your meat. Yes, Logan.
Unfortunate timing of you saying your meat.
Staring at your meat?
Right. But is he naked as a ghost as well?
No. Nope.
Great.
Bless the
Awesome.
Lord.
No, you can really be whatever, wearing whatever you want, but typically it is whatever you were wearing last, because that is the last image you have of yourself in your mind as you manifest.
I think what
ghost.
happens is Abner comes out as a ghost, and he is at first completely nude because that's how he was picturing himself, and then he's like, "Oh wait," and then the suit.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, the gauze kind of just begins to shift and reconstitute itself as it, ectoplasmically fashions itself into clothing.
But you definitely saw some stuff.
Oh.
Wish I
John,
hadn't.
already so weird. Already
it's-
it's so weird.
It's good to meet your uncle, Logan. Not exactly how I pictured meeting him, but
Well, me neither. It's been like 14 years since I've seen this dude. 15 years? I don't know. It's been a really fucking long time.
yeah, and now we've seen all of them.
Immediate nudity.
Yeah, that sucked. That sucked a lot. That really sucked.
So the ectoplasmic form of Ab is right here.
Right here.
So I'm gonna turn to him now that he's clothed. So what's it like, AB? What's it feel like?
Oh, it's basically the same. You've done it before, haven't you?
I have,
It's
but I've
basically
done
the
it my
same.
way.
It's just a bunch of needles is the only difference. Like a whole lot of needles.
I don't think we get frozen either, Call.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you're kind of, I wonder if we put you in a refrigerator, if that would help keep the body safe. Never mind, I'm rambling. Let's get to work, folks.
That could be a fun science experiment. I would be down for science.
Sounds so insane.
Family of ADHD people.
Turn to Viv. They're gonna fridge each other. They're gonna fridge each other
They're going to
already.
fridge each other.
Yeah, they're gonna freeze each other to death separately.
Beautiful. And for those of you who've been through the training, which is all of you, you do know that the way the sleeper process works, right, is that it is essentially a combination of, replacing the blood in the body with this suspension fluid that will, thwart the formation of ice crystals in the blood and in the body, which is what causes cryogenic suspension to not be feasible in our modern era, because, those ice crystal formations are what kill you. But this patented proprietary fluid is what keeps that from happening, and then of course the cryogenic freezing to bring the body temperature down to near death, and then they separate from their body. Anybody remember that scene in The Frighteners where Michael J. Fox is in the freezer?
Yeah.
Think of it like that, only much more professional, much more scientifically sound. Yeah, so there you go.
I'd like to think that meanwhile upstairs,
Yeah, what's
Lavinia
going
and
on up there?
Nakoa and Mia are all in the office still. Lavinia's going to walk over and sit next to Mia and just, kind of casually say again with the same kind of, stare that just really makes you question what her motives are. And she just says, I've read your dossier and apparently you're a skin writer like myself.
Yes, yes. I it's actually nice to meet another one. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Ah.
Quite the sensation, huh? Taking over someone else's body.
That's an interesting way of saying that.
Well, isn't that what we do?
Sure, but I don't know. Came off very intense with that. A little.
You'll find
too
I'm a
intense.
very intense kind of person.
I'm getting that impression real quick.
I'm gonna interrupt.
I'm gonna be like.
I'm gonna be like, do you think they realize that Abner's gonna have to strip down nude?
You know what? That's why I stayed shut.
Yeah, that's why I didn't show up here.
I'm kidding. Big news.
Abner reminds me of a riddle I once heard. A mile from end to end, yet as close to you as a friend, found on the rich, poor, short and tall, but shared among children most of all. Do you know what that is?
I went to public school in New Mexico, so that tells you right now I don't know. So, I mean, it is what can you tell me?
It's a smile.
Take a willpower point there, Lavinia.
Nice! Yes!
Damn.
I'm gonna be like staring really intensely, looking at Nakoa and be like, "Who the fuck is this person? What did we get ourselves into?" Do you want to go to?
Could
the
I do
car?
one? Could I do one thing before we leave here?
Absolutely. Yeah, go nuts.
Could I not expend a vitality point, but could I do a 0 vitality forebode and see what Kate was up to an hour before our meeting?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? Go ahead and roll. Do you even have to roll for that? Let me double check. Let me find that for you. But yeah, go ahead and make your typical forebode roll, which is perception plus empathy, difficulty 6.
Let's see.
That's
Well-
4 successes with 2 9s, an 8, and a 5.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good success. So you can clearly kind of see and hear what took place. And so you notice that she's in her office. And I'm assuming you go back to the investigative consulting offices, because that's kind of, you have to be like in the area with the 0 vitality expenditure. And you notice that she's at her desk. She's kind of just flipping through the briefing dossier for this operation, just kind of taking notes on a little kind of steno notepad, checking her phone, checking the time, reading. She seems to be very meticulous, very intense, kind of wants to make sure she has all the facts right before she briefs them to you, knowing that this is the information you're going to need when you go out in the field. That's really it. A lot of prep.
Okay. Yeah,
Does
I just like casually left. I didn't even say anything to you guys. I just left. I got up and left.
I'm gonna go after really quick because I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna be like, Koa, question. And this is like the first time you're gonna see Mia be excited. I'll be like, there's a game this Friday. Are you finally ready? Are you finally ready to watch soccer? You gonna do it?
I'm ignoring her up until I like get out of forebode, and like one of the notable those things about forebode though is like Nakoa doesn't have pupils in her eyes. She's got just like white, like glossy eyes. But when she goes and uses forebode, like her eyes just like turn full black as she's like looking back into like all of that, and then she kind of just snaps out of it when like Mia starts asking about games, and then I like shake out of it and I'll look at her as like, nah. Are we gonna get tickets for it, or are we gonna watch it together? I'm just gonna walk into the conversation.
Okay. I was thinking of just like together, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that means
But we
fine.
can. But if you want, we can. Cause I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I like have nothing, you know, like, you know, I have nothing but time. So either
Yes.
way.
You're gonna see me get like a little excited, like yeah. And look on her phone for like times and maybe snacks and foods. Like that's what they're doing. As I head towards the car.
Love that. Yeah, so the cars themselves, the company cars are down in a specific area, a reserved area of the parking garage in that sub level. So do you all just kind of meet there, rally there?
Yeah. As we're walking to the car, can Abner inhabit the car?
Yeah, totally.
And then when everybody is gathering up outside of the car, Abner, as the car, will say, "Get inside me, girls."
Oh no.
Well, so are you going to spend the vitality to do that, good sir?
Yes, I am.
All right, so for you, that will be, let's see,
Oh.
two vitality. I'll give you 2 vitality.
It's worth it.
Yep.
Can
I'm gonna lean over to Logan and go, is he always like this? Please tell me he's always like this. Please tell me.
I literally,
this is
last time I
normal.
saw him, I was fucking 11, dude. Yeah, probably. I don't know. The lady didn't show up to his wedding. It was really fucking sad. Maybe that like broke him or something. They still did
You know
the
what?
ceremony.
That
I
would
still
do a
did the
number to
ceremony.
you mentally. Maybe it's like PTSD, right? That's why he's inhabiting the car and telling us to get inside him.
What if we went in the other car though?
Oh, I have my Volvo.
I think we're supposed to take their cars. Is the thing though? I don't think.
Yeah, you have a
Also,
sedan
that
and an
car will
SUV.
break down. That car will break down as soon as we hit 50 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. So we're supposed to take the big G-men cars wherever we go because obviously that's going to change the way we operate, right?
Well, it'll get us there safely.
But I won't be inside of an old man.
You can get in
I'm
the
just
other
gonna
car.
I'm just gonna
Another
say rookies go with Abner.
Yep.
Okay.
And Mia, you drive.
This is a
Holy
hazy
crap.
I
conversation.
grabbed. Thank you.
Is this
Oh.
like tradition? Does everyone go through this old man?
I just shrug at Colette.
I'm just gonna look at them and be just stone cold serious. It's a rite
Koa?
of passage.
Wait, does he really? Is he really
Yep.
actually like this all the time?
Does everyone go through this old man? If you want more smokes, I'm gonna need an answer from you.
I'm just gonna smile at her and head to the car.
Yep. And I'm
I
just
go
gonna
through
shoot
the
all
old
the
man.
to the card and be like,
This is abuse.
I can
This
go
is
with you, Colette,
hazing.
if it makes you more comfortable.
Vince,
Abner?
can I like? I'm
Oh,
not sure
okay.
how this works. Can I like flash the brights or something to try to
Totally.
be like I'm waiting?
Totally. Yep. You can even
Are
honk the
you-
horn if you want.
"Are you in the
Gonna yell.
SUV or the
Beep, beep.
sedan?"
I'll be in the bigger car, the
Or
SUV.
you're the SUV.
Oh, so for the SUV that changes.
Oh no, never mind,
things.
never mind, never mind. Stand.
All right, I'm grabbing the SUV. I'm already getting the car, turning on my music. Get
Beautiful.
ready.
I yell at Abner before I get in the car. If I feel any seat warmer, if an arm rest goes down, if anything, even the dashboard opens, I swear to God, I'm jumping out of this car. You
Oh,
good?
relax. I can't feel anything. I'm just hitching a ride.
Okay. I'll very hesitantly get in shotgun.
Miss
Who's
Lavinia,
driving?
Miss Lavinia, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Is it gonna be weird if I drive the car? Is that incest?
Vince, can I drive?
Mia,
No,
honk the horn.
you're-
car.
I don't see why he
already-
couldn't drive the car.
Vince is-
You could drive the car.
I'm gonna drive the car.
Logan,
Don't worry, I'll drive.
get in the car so we can get on with this.
Someone
better
has to
get
be
in
in the
the drive.
driver's
Someone has
seat
to
though,
s-
so it doesn't look like a self-driving car, and I really don't want to like.
Mia's
Car
gonna
fuck
turn
my
on the
uncle.
car and already start taking off. If you haven't gotten in the car, you already left.
I'll crawl over into the
15
driver's seat.
seconds, folks.
Oh, you're
Maybe,
I'm already
maybe
driving.
this is a little less weird. I'll fuck
It's
your
not.
uncle.
It's
I
all.
promise,
It's
Logan.
all bad.
Great. Liv, are you coming with us?
What?
Liv, are you coming with us?
Oh yes, unfortunately yes.
Oh, cool.
I've already taken off at this point.
Yeah. So who's in what car?
Me
SUV.
and Mia together.
Me and I are
Fucker, everybody else. Is
Everybody
with.
else is in Abner. Got
You
it.
guys took way too long, so I
The
Yeah.
Abner mobile. Okay, beautiful.
make up your mind.
Holy shit, that went off the rails. Okay.
Vince, what do you expect from us? You've played with us before.
I love it. I love it so much. So it is about an hour and a half, maybe hour 45 minutes with traffic down to the Springs from Arvada. So you have that time to kind of discuss freely amongst yourselves, plan. If you want to just role play, go nuts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The floor is yours, folks.
Now, actually, question for you, Vince. The brief that you sent us, can we assume that that's the stuff our characters know too?
Absolutely.
Okay, sweet.
Yep, yeah, so the briefing file in the Notion page, and just so you're tracking everybody, I use Notion as kind of like an in-universe database for the players, so they can kind of get to know the lore, and that's where I'm also putting all the mission briefings. So yes, if you pull that up in Notion, that's what your character would know.
Sweet. Okay.
And yeah, and I should have mentioned it, but Kate would have disseminated that in paper form to all of you.
Yeah.
I see that.
So we need to find out if it's place-bound, person-bound, or item-bound. It's a static repeater, appears in horrible, gruesome posed image, or endlessly repeats activity that killed it, or is it dispersed by draining their energies through direct quasi-physical assault, or removing or destroying the binding object?
Well, I've already cracked the case. Viv says.
What do you have?
It's none of that. It's not even Christopher's fault. It's the fucking city's fault. They were clearly installing a traffic light, and they decided to replace it with a four-way stop. When four-way stops are for low traffic areas, like you're asking for trouble. This is simple stuff. It increases emissions, it average delay, wear on brakes, which Abner, you're very aware of, I assume now. They created the problem as far as I'm
We can
concerned.
always assume that it's the city's fault. Our jobs, though, are to solve the problem of the ghost.
So
Well, I mean, he's stuck in the place he died, right? So it's like place-bound.
Seems
Well,
like it.
I was thinking, isn't he repeating what happened to him over and over and over again? Until they put in those stop signs, he was causing car accidents left and right. That's what got him, right?
Yes, but then it changed. Other things started happening. That's the other reason why I don't know if it's place-bound, because other homes started becoming affected. Am I not remembering that correctly?
But
No,
it's like
you
in
are.
the area,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
so when
was
they
just thinking they take out the stoplights. Maybe that's the only way he could affect the accidents. Now he's angry.
that's what
I'd
happened.
be
So
angry.
that's kind of the timeline of events, right? So he dies. There are repeated accidents at the intersection. Because of that, they removed the stoplight altogether because people were reporting that the lights were all green, and then they put in the four-way stop to try to mitigate that. And then that's when the disturbances in the houses started taking place.
I mean, he's trying to tell us what happened to him. He's trying to tell us what took him out, and he's angry about it. That's my thought. He's trying to do it over and over again.
Would that be reactive then? If he's like mad and destroying shit?
I don't know what you call it on the paper, but
Logan literally has the paper that like lines out what it is. It's crumpled and like has definitely been in their pocket since they got it.
Well, the first step is figuring out what his unfinished business was, and it seems to me that the best place to start that investigation would be with his ex-girlfriend. Do you not agree?
point of distinction right before I respond. Is he speaking out of the radio like a transformer?
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. I turn him down just a little bit to see if that changes his voice at all.
Does he gets
Does it?
quieter? But then,
And then I
changes the
you
station.
watch, and the volume creeps its way back up as soon as you take your hand off it.
I am with the SUV.
Question as because we're in the other car, do we know any of their idea plan? Did they reach out to us
No,
about
we
that?
don't.
That was gonna.
Well, I was gonna say if you all want to have be on speakerphone with one another, or just be
Yeah.
kinda,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll circle up.
you got cell phones.
I was gonna say, anyone gonna call us?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
gonna
say
say, I
we
think-
did. Let's say we did.
Okay.
I think, yeah, Viv will call you when she thinks she solved the case.
I'm like,
Four-way stop sign is the call.
Yeah.
should we? Would you? I was about to say, if you want to do the girlfriend, did you want anyone to check out the intersection?
I
itself?
would actually like to go see the intersection.
Okay.
And
sure.
your local point of contact, don't forget, is the guy who hired you, or at least who was the focal point for the folks who hired you, is that Victor Castillo, the vice president of the neighborhood association.
Anything
Why
I
don't
would
we
like.
go- Yeah,
We'll
why
go
don't
to
we go to
Victor
Dr.
first.
Castillo? Yeah.
I
I'm
would
gonna-
like to note we will not, if anyone can, if you if you're in the SUV, we should not bring the car directly to the intersection because he was hit with like a Jeep or an SUV type. So let's not trigger him.
Yeah.
So heads up.
Take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
I think Colette is going to speak directly into the air conditioner vents. AB, what are you thinking in terms of teams? Who goes
Oh,
where?
I think we all stick together on this first one.
You're in good hands with Abner.
I
I'm
think we
inside
all
of Abner.
We all stick together in one group. You're right, though. We should start with the neighborhood association president and hear his side of things. You're absolutely right. Let's go do that.
I'm gonna kind of look at Colette like, this mother effer. Oh my god, he's our leader. Okay.
Off we go then.
Okay. So you, in the dossier provided to you by Kate, you have Victor Castillo's phone number as well as his address, 3823 Windsong Court in Colorado Springs. I guess you just drive right to his residence?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Monday,
Call.
so
Just
he
shows
is. Yeah, it is a Monday,
Oh,
so
at
he
work.
is not home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Good point. We probably would have thought of that, huh?
I'm sure he would have.
Yeah, we probably would have realized that.
Well, we don't know. Maybe he worked at home or something. That's why, or at least we would knock, check no one's there.
At least, and I imagine the intersection that it happened at is not far away.
It is. If you look him up, I think it's like a few streets over. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's in the same
but
general
just-
area. Of the
then,
city.
yeah. We'll say we swing by the house first, find he's not there, and then probably the next thing we're gonna want to check out is the intersection where the accident happened.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, you drive to the intersection.
Wait, we
again,
were
it's-
walking. We have to walk because we don't want to piss him off.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's park the cars back by the house.
Like a block
somewhere,
away or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
and then we'll walk over.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so you park cars, block away, a couple streets over. You walk the rest of the way to North Circle Drive in Maysland. And if you do have the images pulled up, if not, we'll describe that for you. North Circle runs north to south, and then you notice that it curves kind of sharply into Maysland. Maysland terminates at North Circle Drive. So that intersection can be pretty sketchy if people are running that light, because you just bust straight through that stoplight, you're driving into somebody's house. And that you can see as you kind of look around the site, you can see where the light box used to be. It's clearly pulled up from the concrete, where it was bolted down at some point, and now you see these stop signs on all corners of the intersection. It is surrounded by houses. This is a very residential area, but what do you do?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that we'll obviously ask, just to clear there's a possibility. We can see ghosts, we don't see a ghost.
Correct. Yep, you do not see a ghost at this point. Yeah.
Damn, that would have been so easy.
Yeah, game over. We're done. We Orpheus. We're done.
Can I ask though, are the old stoplights, are they still physically there, or are they just in like the mode where they're like blinking to indicate a four-way stop?
So it looks like they actually just pulled them down altogether.
Okay, they completely took them down.
They completely took them down. Yep.
Can we tell?
They're like a.
I was going to ask if there was any kind of like electrical box or any remains of these electric lights.
From what it looks like, so they stripped everything from where it was hanging over the intersection, and then it looks like they actually pulled the electrical box completely out of the concrete, and just got rid of it. Yeah, because it would have been totaled after the accident.
Can we see the electrical pole that he was working on though? That is in view.
That's what was pulled out.
fine. Yeah.
But
Okay,
that's what you,
okay. I'm sorry.
but you can clearly see the site where it was.
The
Yes.
site. Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to like the hole where it was, and look down in it and say, "Hey, Christopher. We're really sorry that happened to you, dude. You wanna come talk to us?"
That's one way.
That's.
Hey, I always say it's worth a shot.
There is no answer.
I figured.
I'm looking at
Probably
the
busy.
houses. I'm looking at the houses and stuff
Right.
like that. Which houses? Is it like just a couple of houses that have experienced it, or is it like the whole block?
You don't know.
Is
They
there a
but they mentioned it in the report, though, right? That there was disturbances.
They said yep, but they did not specify the addresses.
Is there a house closest to this sort of remnant of the light box?
There is. There is one actually directly across the street. That would be, I believe, 2226.
I think I'm gonna give a look to Koa and then start moving in that direction to the front door.
Yeah, I'll follow Colette.
Ditto.
Anybody manifesting, or is everybody kind of staying
Staying as is right
ghost
now.
form at this point? Okay, got it.
We have people that can talk to him. We'll have to leave it to the corpses. The walking corpses.
Got it.
The meat sacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll step up, and if there's a ring light, I'll ring it, or I'll knock on the door, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, there is no camera, but there's a doorbell. You ring the doorbell, and from what you can see, a probably mid-30-year-old woman answers the door. Hello, can I help you?
Hi, my name's Colette Sawyer. I'm with the Orpheus group. We're investigating something in the local area that we're trying to rectify. I'm wondering, have you had any happenings lately that may be related to ghosts? It's bizarre to even say that, but have you had anything happening in your house that is less than normal?
Wait, are you for real? Are you like with those ghost hunters?
Yeah,
Whatever,
don't
like
ask
Ghostbusters?
me.
I'll pull out my card and I'll
we're
just
the
go ahead and
closest.
show this as like Orpheus and like that.
Yeah, she takes it and kind of looks at it like, so that thing is fucking real?
Right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're looking, what are you looking, you're looking for ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we told Mr. Castillo, I mean, they sent out an electrician. The electrician couldn't find out what was going on, but, lights have been turning off, turning on and off. The radio will just turn on by itself, full volume. My son, David, has been speaking with the television.
No.
Does this happen like how often in a day, in a week does this happen?
Usually it happens right before he goes to bed. He's 4, so we usually try to get him to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock, no later than.
Ask if the kid's still here right now.
Is David with us here in the home?
He's at preschool, right? Do 4-year-olds go to preschool?
Something like that.
Daycare.
Yeah.
Daycare,
Yeah.
preschool.
Yeah. Is it preschool? Okay. Yeah, he's a preschool.
How has he
Can I
been?
walk? Can I walk past them and
Whoa.
go
Yeah.
up to David's room?
I think
Totally.
Lavinia is going to do the same thing.
Totally.
How has
Yep.
he been feeling about it? Is it a negative association with whatever this is, or is it a positive experience for him?
I'd almost say neither. He just seems to. Is this for real? Like what?
I know
Um,
it can get a little overwhelming at first. I get that. It's
I just chalked it up to his imagination, imaginary friends and everything.
it
and-
could be. It honestly could be. But you know us, we just want to make sure that everything is in order. Basically, I'm kind of
Ask
vamping so all our ghosts can go investigate really quick. But
Yeah.
yeah. It's like
It's kind of been neutral, I guess. It's not really very much of a conversation from what David said.
do you recall any particular details of what they discussed?
Why
puppy?
didn't it stop?
Yeah.
That's why didn't it stop?
Why didn't it stop?
I turned to Mia. He's probably talking about the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about that poor man
Yes.
a few months ago?
we
That's
believe-
a possibility. Yes.
That may be the spirit that's inhabiting this place. It could be who your son is
Are
talking.
you fucking serious?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Okay.
shit!
Because I could see that they're panicking really quick, and we'd be like, "It's a possibility. We don't know for sure. That's why we're actually here to investigate to see if that's the case." And I'm gonna kind of put my hand on their shoulder, and be like, kind of squeeze, like, "Easy there." But
Ask her if she saw the accident.
did you happen to witness or hear anything of the time of the accident?
I mean, we're the ones who called 911. I mean, we
Oh,
saw his
you were the one. Oh,
body.
no, I'm sorry.
And the kid. Ask if the kid saw the accident.
Did David witness any of this? By the way?
No.
Okay.
David was sleeping. We heard the crash. My husband got up and checked the door, checked the windows, and he saw. We thought somebody maybe was trying to break in or something, but
Okay.
he saw that man's body, and then he saw the whatever it was driving off.
I just want to reassure you that at this time there's nothing to be afraid of yet. The situation is such that he's already told you what you need to know. He's wondering what happened to him in the real world, right? So he hasn't done anything to your son. He hasn't done anything to you directly. So this is a good situation. I'm sure he's just looking for answers like any of us would.
Roll charisma plus
Empathy?
empathy. Go for it.
Oh God. Give this woman a heart attack.
Difficulty 6. Standard difficulty.
Okay. Gotcha.
Actually, no. We're gonna bump that up. That's a rookie number. We're gonna go to 7 because you freaked her the fuck out.
Bump that
That's
shit.
fair. I have 5 successes.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, that's great. She visibly kind of seems to relax, like takes this breath, and you see the tension kind of just leave her body with that breath.
You've just
Okay.
got to remember that whatever this world is, whatever the other side is, it's been alive as long as we have. So if there was anything to be afraid of, we would have known it by now, right? And when there are those situations, that's why
Okay,
you have us.
I'm gonna kind of
Ghosts.
put like put me like don't overwhelm too much. Relax.
What's our ghost crew doing right now?
Yeah.
Be
I went up to David. I went up to David's room, and I wanna get just a general vibe before I try something else.
Sure. Okay. So for you, roll perception plus, I believe it's awareness. Awareness is kind of the more psychic counterpart to alertness.
You said perception and
Awareness.
Lavinia would have joined Nakoa. She's maybe looking more for physical clues. Has the TV reacted to being inhabited and
Yeah.
things like that. So I don't know
How
if I
many
can roll an
successes?
alertness.
3 successes.
3
I
successes.
have a 9, a 6, and a 7.
Okay. Beautiful. For you, Lavinia, roll perception plus. Let's do investigation.
Okay. Where we go? There we go. Here we go. And what was the difficulty?
6.
Okay, that was 1 success.
Perfect. Okay. So you all kind of, especially you take a moment, Nakoa, and you kind of just center yourself and you feel just the general ambience, the general atmosphere of the room. And you focus and you just try to feel. Just feel. And nothing stands out to you. Like, if you were to guess, the closest thing to any kind of supernatural presence are the other ones standing next to you. And there is no TV in the room. From what you can tell, there are a number of toys, books, typical 4-year-old items, but nothing specific, nothing like no TV.
Okay.
You did notice a TV in the living room on your way in.
Then I'd like to expend a vitality point then, and I'd like to look back into the past, a whole day of
Okay.
David's evening, and where he goes and talks to whatever was on the television.
Beautiful. Okay, so I guess you go to the living room to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll your perception plus empathy. And after this, we'll take a break.
Wait, actually, as my puppetry ability, I can give them a +2 on their roll. Could I?
You can.
Could I do that? I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Spend a vitality, and you can
Yeah.
give them a +2. Yeah.
So
I
is that
I
two
like
more
to
dice
imagine
on roll?
2 additional
Yes,
dice
2
that
more
you can
dice.
roll, and I like to imagine that Lavinia is like joining Nakoa and like very intimately watching what she's doing as she does this forebode.
And it's almost like an exchange of vitality. You can feel
Perfect.
that kind of static electricity sensation as part of what makes Lavinia empowers you.
That's 6 successes.
Beautiful. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, let's take a look. So it is, you close your eyes, and for those watching, your eyes take on that familiar black hue. You close them and you focus, and on the edges of your vision, you see these silver threads start to kind of coalesce and form and shape, and you see David, or who you assume is David, a 4-year-old boy, seated in front of the family television. You can hear sounds in the kitchen. You can hear dishes. You can hear running water. You can hear a man and a woman speaking vaguely. And the TV goes to static. and then you see David look up, and you hear him say, "Why didn't what stop?" in that typical 4-year-old, very stilted, still developing language. Where's the, did you fix the light box? And then, Mommy, Daddy, the TV's talking to me. And the vision will stay unless you release it. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Is there any, is just outside the static, does anything like make a form or of some kind? Does it appear anywhere else later? Because I can look through the entire day, so I want to see if it reappears multiple times in the house. I want to see if this is like a central location where this guy likes to appear.
Beautiful. Okay. You do kind of, the scene kind of fast forwards and rewinds, and it's almost like watching a tape running backwards and forwards, right? As you kind of just, for all intents and purposes, scroll through the timeline to see what's happening and when. You notice that during the day, things seem to be fine, but at night is when that TV comes to life, and you notice lights flickering on and off repeatedly. Radios turning on at full volume, the TV turning on at full volume. And you sense, you feel a presence, you feel something. You feel, if you could still feel like you did when you were alive, right before a lightning strike, right before a storm, you would feel that hair standing on your arms and on the back of your neck as something manifests in some form, and it's coming out of that TV. It's coming from the walls. It's coming from the lights. It's everywhere and nowhere.
I'll say "got you," and then I'll release the image.
Beautiful. Okay. And I think, with it being 2:31 here on the East Coast, this is a good place to take a break.
Cool.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 10 minutes? What do you guys usually do?
Yeah, we'll do like eight or so minutes.
Perfect. All right.
8 or so.
Folks,
No
we'll see you
round
here in
numbers
a
here.
little bit. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Be right back.
Howdy, folks. We are back after our break, and we are ready to kick the shindig off once more. When we last left off, our Intrepid Crucible was at the house adjacent to the accident where Christopher Allen unfortunately lost his life, beginning the first phases of their investigation, and that is where we will pick up. So, Lavinia, did you have something you wanted to do?
I think Lavinia is just always got her ears on all of the different conversations that are kind of happening. She's been hanging out with Nakoa, and I think she probably just turns to Nakoa and says, I think we're starting to find our clues. It's Electrics. He is...
It's Electrics.
Boogie
And
woogie
he's
woogie.
gonna, and we can find him here sometime this evening if we come back.
Exactly.
What's Viv doing?
Viv, this whole time has been, not whole time, probably half the time has been sitting in the intersection, just like trying to replay what she thinks happened, and then eventually joins them inside.
Can Viv see any, like, skid marks on the ground and stuff like that? Was that all?
Oh yeah,
cleaned
can
up?
I do a quick little perception check?
Oh, is Vince frozen?
Investigation.
He's froze.
Oh, he's back.
Investigation.
Oh, there
Oh,
we
is that
go.
good?
Oh,
Just
did I
in-
freeze?
Yeah, just for a
Yeah.
second, you're back.
Yeah, what's...
Roll perception plus, we'll do investigation because you're actually actively looking for something.
Okay. That's nice. I have 1 success.
Got it. You can make out faint traces of skid marks, but the problem is that based on the dossier that you read, there were other accidents in this area, and so you cannot tell. There are numerous sets, so you can't tell which belong to which and how long they may have been there.
Okay.
But you do see them.
Okay. Then she's gonna go inside to upstairs, I assume, where the other ghosts are.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to find this car. If I were hit with a car, I would want to know who did it.
Absolutely, justice is what is on the mind of this ghost. However, the problem is we also need to speak to this guy, and right now Nakoa's idea is that we wait until nightfall I suggest one of us go with the living members of our team, and the other ones maybe stake out this house for the evening.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. There's
Uh,
other people to talk to.
We're not talking to you, Colette. You were about
I
to
was
say
gonna.
something.
I was gonna
I
ask
don't think we
Vince a
hear
question.
them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, go
we
for
don't-
it.
Vince, were there cars parked outside this house?
Yes.
Just one?
Multiple. So it's curbside parking in this neighborhood. So
Right.
Yeah.
Do they have a driveway?
they do.
Okay.
Little
is there-
covered parking spot.
Gotcha. Is there a car in their driveway?
Yes.
Is the black Jeep?
No.
Damn it.
You said
Wait,
you were the
since-
ones that called 911?
Yeah. We as soon as my husband saw what was happening, he woke me up and we called the police.
So your husband saw the aftermath, or was he there with to witness the crash?
No. It was late at night. I mean, we had just gotten into bed. It was probably 9:30, and we heard the crash. Thought somebody was breaking in. He got up, ran to the window, and saw the car driving away, and saw that poor man's body on the sidewalk.
Let's see.
What time is your is your husband here, or is he coming back later today?
Oh, he's at work. He'll be back probably 5:36.
Okay. If we stop by around that point, do you think today would be a good time, just for a quick little chat, especially since he saw the vehicle, just to make sure we have all our ducks in a row?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
You have my card. It has the number from my.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
thank you. Appreciate that. They've got a detective working the case. I don't know what I hope they're getting close to finding this guy.
Oh, excellent. Do you know the name of the detective?
Yeah. Hold on. Can I go get her card?
Please. Go for it.
And she runs off, and
While they do
comes-
that, I'm gonna go to
yeah.
Colette. Be like, chill. Do not freak out civilians on your first
Freak out?
mission. Yes.
I was just
relax.
telling her what was going on.
Tell enough. Don't tell enough where you're gonna give her a nightmare. That's just my advice for your going forward.
Oh, there's no sense in hiding things from people. If
No.
you scare them a little bit, they're more likely to tell you what's really going on.
That's
Okay.
some serial killer shit.
I'm a little afraid to agree with him there. But these people deserve to know the truth, don't they? Their son is communicating with whatever this is.
Yes, no, that's why. But the fact that their son is possibly communicating, their 4-year-old child, let's take it down a notch so she doesn't think she has Rosemary's baby here.
Well,
all I'm
if
saying
she
is
goes
just
into
use.
it.
Okay. I can.
You
Mia's
did a
getting
good job.
frustrated, so Mia's gonna walk away and just kind of breathe for a fucking minute.
You did a good job, Colette.
Thanks, AB. I'm gonna step up to Mia. Hey, are you all right?
I'm okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. I'm sorry. It's just
Good. It's
Okay.
good you're honest with your feelings. Tell me what
that's-
you're going through. What's wrong?
a little frustrated. I would just say if discretion is a little. Remember, discretion. We're trying to do a job. Let's not terrorize the
did-
witnesses. That's
Did
all. I
that
ask.
not go well?
I think it went okay. We could do better though.
I thought she really identified with me there.
No, we did good. I mean, she's getting us the card right now, so I'm not saying we failed. Trust me, we didn't fail.
And she does come around the corner.
And then I'm
holding
gonna move back to them.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Here. You can take this. I just wrote down
Oh,
your
thank
information.
you.
You can take this. It's for Detective Layla Sorensen with the Violent Crime Section.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, thank
of
you so
course.
much.
What's everybody else doing? What's the ghost crew doing?
I think we should actually also consider speaking to the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, as soon as possible. These
course.
entities tend to be attached to their emotional counterparts.
Okay. So list of people to talk to, and then we circle back and we talk to Christopher at the end of it.
Vince, I'm assuming that the girlfriend also doesn't live far.
She does. She lives more in downtown Colorado Springs.
Oh,
more in that
okay.
direction.
So actually a little bit away. Okay.
Yep.
You might want to have to split it up on this one.
Did the Did he have a place of residence that we were made aware of?
Yes, yeah, he did. And yeah, you've got his address. It is kind of more on the southern end of the city. Yeah, I will actually. So the address for his apartment, so you guys can, our viewers and everybody can Google this shit. So his apartment is at the Pinecrest Apartments. It's going to be 3734 East LaSalle, LaSalle Street, apartment 1106. And that's for Chris. Elizabeth's, you have a phone number, and you know she works for Clifton Larson Allen, a local accounting firm. And her apartment is 624 North Cascade Avenue, apartment 114D. D as in dog.
Elizabeth is the ex-girlfriend?
Elizabeth Neary. Yep. Neary.
And what was the relation the other gentleman had?
That was his brother.
Oh, yeah. And what was his name?
Montgomery Allen.
Allen, okay.
I think
What
the
else?
whole I think the whole time all of this has been going on, Logan's been standing over the spot where the light box was, and just watching all of the cars, and just seeing if any if there's any kind of light anomaly, like that their brights will flash on, or like a blinker will go on when the blinker's not supposed to.
Okay.
Or just to see if there's any residual anything around in the intersection itself.
Yeah, beautiful. Roll perception plus alertness.
Okay, perception.
AC 6. And I would say, considering what time it was, we're looking probably a little after noon at this point, 12:30.
3 successes.
Yeah, so you're paying attention, and obviously, some people do California stops where they just kind of roll through the stop sign. Some use turn signals, some don't. Some lights are on, some aren't. It's tough to tell because it is the middle of the day,
Right.
But nothing stands out to you as being too out of the ordinary, other than like anywhere else, people in Colorado Springs drive like shit. And I know this because I live there. So.
I think they're also kind of talking to the pole and being like, yeah, people are super not safe. Like, that dude had his blinker on and then he went straight. What the fuck?
Lavinia's going to go to Abner, and she's going to say to you, she's going to pull you to the side and just say, Abner, you're doing a wonderful job so far. Just wanted to tell you.
Oh, well, terrific. Thank you. You too.
Abner, since we know that this entity has been here, maybe you should suggest to the group that you stay. I'll stay with you, and maybe we'll have Colette, since she's already made a relationship with these people, while the others investigate, because we have the highest chance of meeting this haunter at this location. At least I think so far.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Same wavelength.
Let's have the others believe it was your idea, because you are the leader, right? So whenever you're ready, Abner, let them know.
That's intense.
Oh no.
Well, now that it got super awkward.
Yes.
Oh, did it?
What's everybody else doing? What's the plan?
So are we just gonna get back together and discuss?
Circle up outside.
I will ask if everyone could just take a look to see if they see any black Jeeps nearby. Does anyone see any? No, I'm dead serious.
No.
It's stupid, but
No, not at all. Not a stupid question at all. I mean, Colorado Jeeps are pretty common, but nothing, no black Jeeps or black vehicles standing out to you. No.
the neighbor actually did and took off.
Right. Yeah.
So, what'd
What
you
are
guys
we-
find out? Yeah.
So I assume that once we got the card of the detective and everything, I imagine that we're done talking to the owner of the house and we're kind of congregating again.
Yeah.
Probably,
You guys, okay. Yeah.
probably back towards where Logan was hanging out.
Yeah, the tenant did introduce herself as Rebecca Copeland. And she, thanks you for your time and still seems kind of shaken up, because as a skeptic, what you can sense is maybe a skeptic being confronted with, people legitimately having a legitimate adult conversation about ghosts is a little bit much for her to wrap her head around.
Mia left a card with her, right?
Yes.
Yes.
When I exit the house, and can I notice that Rebecca seems a little bothered?
Yeah,
and
totally.
could I just like touch her and without spending a vitality point try to calm her down?
Yeah. So would you want to use whale in that case?
Yes, I'm going to use whale.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So you can, in this case, manipulation plus empathy.
That's a cool ability.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot we can do that. That's so cool.
That is 2 successes.
Yeah. And that is whale, chat. WAIL, as in whaling. Not whaling as in whale oil.
Get 'em.
So yeah. So yeah, you reach out and you feel your gauze just make the slightest contact with this energy coming off of her, and you in your mind imagine almost just soothing that anxious energy coming off of her, and you see her just blink and then like she just realized something and just very calm, she nods to herself and just kind of goes about, but it's almost the entire energy just surrounding her and in that room just changed in the space of a moment.
And then I'm just going to stuff my hands in my pockets and walk over to the rest of the group.
All right.
Let's all gather around. Abner has a great idea.
Oh, quick, Koa, I'm gonna just kind of pull them aside. Can you look at the intersection? Do you see anything in the intersection? Like, because you can go back and visualize the incident, right?
I could. That's a few months. That's a lot of expenditure
lot
of
of
energy.
juice.
I think
I would have been like, oh, never mind. I would have.
I think we have everything we need to move forward. And there's nothing that I need to see that we don't already know.
I agree. I don't think we have. I don't think that's necessary. Save your juice there, Nakoa. So I think that somebody is gonna need to talk to the kid, and I am thinking that I might have a chance at talking to the kid the same way that the subject was. So I am thinking that Lavinia and I will stay behind and stake out the house while the rest of you go follow up the lead with the girlfriend, and also as well go search the subject's apartment. Does that seem like a reasonable plan?
Why do we need to talk to David, though?
David is the only person that we know of so far that's spoken with the entity.
We will need to speak to him if the
Christopher
entity manifests.
But we need to talk to the entity itself. Seems Christopher manifests is here.
And he might even come back. That's my point. He might even come back here.
I think Christopher is not necessarily an entity interested in being one-upped by somebody else.
I know I'm new here, but aren't we worried about taking two spirits and speaking to the same child he was at the time that he manifests? Won't he take that as a personal affront?
The plan is evolving. We can adjust.
If he's there, we'll just watch him.
And possibly speak to him. I was suggesting maybe one of the living members of our team, possibly Colette, stay behind, since you already have a relationship with this woman.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm totally game for staying. Seems like these people need us.
I'm not sure that it's wise to have you in the house.
She can sit in her car.
Yes, I'm not sure that you talking to, no offense, but I'm not sure you talking to the family is the best move at this point. You kind of freaked them out a little bit. You did a good job, but it's just we don't want to
So are we going to conduct
of our
like
presence.
every one of these investigations like we're never telling people ghosts are real?
Oh no, you can tell people ghosts are real. I just
That's
don't
what
want
I
them
did.
I just don't want them to know that we're watching them tonight, you know?
I mean, they don't know we're watching them. They just know that they're real.
And to be clear,
right?
we're not watching them. We're just kind of hanging out and waiting to see if anyone else shows up.
Then I'm confused what the problem is that Call told them, because that's just the truth, right?
Oh, there's no problem.
Okay, well, I'm good wherever you want to put me.
I'm
but-
sorry. I think we're crossing the streams a little. The point is that not to say that you did something wrong. It's
Ghostbusters.
just,
That was
it's
good.
just
Because
the-
we're Ghostbusters. And
exactly.
It's good, AB.
It's just that let's try to maintain some air of covertness.
I don't understand what I did that wasn't covert. We're all
no,
part of a public company.
This is tonight specifically when we're hanging out. I just don't make contact. Just don't let anyone know you're here. Is all I'm saying.
Aren't they expecting us to come back though to talk to the husband?
Did we say that?
Yeah.
Yes, we
That's,
did.
Yeah.
He's
Okay, then I forgot. Okay, so then okay.
You know what? Maybe it is better that Mia stays though. Mia did say she wanted to speak with the husband, and if you need covert, apparently I'm not.
It's I can come back a little bit later because I don't want a crowd, and I would like to also let's go ahead. I think we should cover bases with the possibility, but also this detective. They may have more info that we don't, especially where the camera. Is there cameras nearby that we could see, like street cameras that we could have captured this?
No street cameras, but
Okay.
are you like looking around for other stuff, or do you want to look?
Yeah, I like if there's anything like homes may have security cameras or anything that
Dash
could've-
cam or a
Yeah.
doorbell cam.
anything.
Roll perception plus investigation.
It's like the worst one for me.
Lavinia is going to
okay.
pull up behind Colette and just say, "I think you did a fine job, Colette. Think about it this way: what disappears as soon as you say its name?
So
A ghost?
Silence.
Silence.
Oh,
So-
that works too.
Silence.
In order for us to
Gosh.
maintain the upper hand, it's important to give out information when it's necessary. Think about it that way.
Yes, Amanda.
if you roll a 0, is
I
that
can roll with that.
a
That's a
0 or
10.
10?
It's a
It's
10.
Okay, so I have 3 successes and 1. Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. You kind of take a stroll quickly around the neighborhood, especially some of the adjacent houses that would have had direct viewpoint of the accident scene, and you do find that one of them has a Ring doorbell camera on the front of the residence.
Be like, I would like to point that out and be like, before we disperse, do you mind if I go ahead and ask if they have any footage of this really quick, just so everyone?
Well, if there's a detective, they probably have it, right?
Could have, but it doesn't hurt since we're right here.
Okay.
Anybody?
So
Or-
go for it.
Oh, is anyone else going to join me, or going to stare at me as I go up there?
Well, you
I
seemed
think
like you
I'm
had
right.
it in hand.
Okay, all right.
I'll walk up with Mia.
Like, knock on the doors, ring the doorbell, see if anyone picks up.
Let's see how quickly Colette learns, I say to Nakoa.
No answer.
All right,
It is the middle of the day on a Monday.
that's what I figure. There's no cars in the driveway, correct?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to take note of the address, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn around.
Beautiful. Yeah, that would be 2226 North. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I already gave you that one. This is 2223 North Circle Drive.
There we go.
Kind of catty corner to that intersection.
Perfect. All right,
So we
Okay.
wait or we move on?
we move on.
Who's going where?
I think there's
So-
enough time, we might as well all go.
It's only noon, correct?
Yeah.
It's only 12.
Yeah.
We have all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Pushing
sure.
one, but yeah.
Do we have enough time to go
How-
talk to everybody together before the evening?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you'd have to be pretty expeditious with your time. Probably be safer to split up, but you could at least get a few knocked out.
I think we can safely split up and have a couple groups going here. There's a fair bit of ground to cover.
Who are you thinking, AB?
Oh, let's try the split people. Let's try to have. How about I take Logan and Lavinia, and the other 4 of you can go in the other group. Does that sound reasonable?
Sure.
Copy
Yeah.
that.
Terrific.
Where do you want us to go?
I think Colette, you seem well adapted to talking to folks. Why don't you go chat up the girlfriend? Why don't you and your
You
group go
sure?
chat up the girlfriend? Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Well, also, if you're okay with it, I like to follow up with the detective afterwards.
Of course. That sounds terrific. And the rest of us will go check out the apartment before coming back for the stakeout.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you would notice, Amanda or Mia, that the Colorado Springs address for the police department, at least the violent crime section, is downtown.
Okay.
Oh,
How
so
far
let's go
away
see
is
the
that from this
girlfriend.
area?
You're looking at about 15-20 minute drive, probably.
Okay.
Not so bad.
Mhm.
And break.
Who's
Okay.
first?
Okay.
Dang.
Stay in
Abner-
touch.
Yeah.
Please.
So
Back
Abner, Logan, Lavinia, where you all are heading to his apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull up to the Pinecrest Apartments. Easily find his where his apartment had been. Do you go to the leasing office, or do you just go straight up to old boy's door?
I think
So-
I'm gonna skim. I'm gonna lay down in the back seat like I'm taking a nap in the
Yes.
car, and I'll skim.
Okay. All right.
Now we could just go right on in.
With
So that means
your
I use a vitality, right? Or two?
No. So just to skim, you just meditate.
Oh, cool. Sick.
Yep, and because you have that point in meditation, it is like that. You just center yourself, focus, and you're gone.
Awesome.
Prop yourself up so it looks like you're listening to the radio.
Okay, I'll instead of getting in the back, I start to get in the back seat, and instead of getting in the back seat, I'll sit back in the driver's seat, lock the door, leave the car on just the battery spot, or not. No, I won't even do that. I'll just put something on my phone so it looks like I'm just resting.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you all want to transit through the wall into the apartment.
Yes.
Mhm.
That is all right. So that is when you spend your one vitality to allow yourselves to pass through that physical barrier. So yeah, you move inside, and it does not look like a 26-year-old man's apartment anymore.
Mm.
And
Well,
why
it
is that?
has been months. It's been a few months.
It's been 3 months.
Is it empty?
So
It is not empty. There's
okay.
clearly someone living here.
Okay.
someone else has moved in, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Right. Well, then I guess we're looking for any remnants. I guess not physical remnants, but you tell me, Vince. What kind of things would we know to look for here?
Yeah. So in that case, oops, sorry, I just bounced my mic. In this case, you wouldn't really. It's not the scene itself, right? So this isn't where the guy died. So there's not much you're probably going to be able to find in this place itself.
Got it.
Alright,
But
it's a
where
dead
did
end,
his
that's
physical
okay.
where did his physical property go?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Which we can probably is information we can probably get from the leasing office.
Oh,
right. That's one. That's what. Roll intelligence for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an idea if you can get me near someone who has a computer.
So intelligence is so I have a 3 in intelligence, which means I roll 3d6, 3d10.
3d10. Yep. Difficulty 6.
Thanks for the
Okay, so I
follow,
roll a
actually,
9.
Gwyn, Lord of Syria. I missed the name.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I roll a 9, a 4, and a 3 for 16.
Okay. So that's one success with the 9. Maybe the brother knows. Physical property often reverts to the next of kin.
Yeah. Yep,
Makes
that
sense.
would make sense.
We should still check out the leasing office, though. You said something about a computer, Lavinia. What's that about?
What's important is that we get to somebody who knows where his stuff is. I think priority is actually going to the brother.
Well,
don't
we're
think they
here. We
care.
might as well scope out and see if the leasing office has got anything.
I don't think they'd care. As long as it was out. Leasing offices don't really care
That's
about
true.
people.
Not normally.
That's true. Okay. Good point. Brother it is then.
Here we go.
All
I'll
right.
zap back into my. I won't ripcord. I'll just settle back in.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. Okay, our Mia, Viv, Colette, and Nakoa team. What are we doing?
Did
Right.
we need to split off to do two things? You wanted to see the detective, and then we need to talk to the girlfriend.
I
Do we
feel
want
like
to?
we could just do the girlfriend first, because the detective will be quicker, probably.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Let's split if we need to.
And say we have one of each.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like me and Colette could go talk to the girlfriend, and then you can go talk to the detective.
Yeah, sure. We'll go do that.
Okay.
Great.
So for speaking with the girlfriend, where do you head off to?
She has an address, right?
An apartment. Yep.
Yeah. So
We're heading there.
We're heading
Wait,
there first.
you also do have the name of her employer.
She
Yeah,
might
it's
be
Monday,
working
middle of the
right
day.
now.
She's going to be working.
Let's go to her work
Okay.
first.
And you do notice that her work is also downtown, so very close to the police department.
So I'm going to drop them off to that location, and then we're going to continue on to the police department in the SUV.
Got it. Okay. So we'll start with you all, with Nakoa and Colette. Right? You two are sticking together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you Colette with Nakoa, you head on up to Clifton Larson Allen, and it's a very swanky modern accounting firm on the top floor of the Plaza of the Rockies. It's Unit 705. Big, beautiful red building right in the heart of downtown. You head on up to the elevator and get off on the floor, 7th floor, and you make your way over. Engage with the receptionist. Yeah.
As we're getting in the elevator and going up, I'm going to look at Colette, and I'm going to tell her, be gentle on the ghost stuff. Since they are in a relationship, we don't need to give people a false sense of hope, especially if our mission is to help him move on.
We should at least tell him it's him, right?
No.
You don't want her to know that he's passed, that he's out there, that he's...
Well, she knows that he's passed. It's been a few months now. We don't need to open up old wounds. We just need to know what we need to get so that we can help Chris move on. And that is the goal here. We're not here to ease her suffering. We're here to ease his.
Wouldn't you want your people to know?
No. And they don't.
Okay.
And then we'll head into the reception.
Yeah, receptionist looks up as you walk in, Colette. Kind of gives you a very quizzical look. Not their typical clientele. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're here to... I'm here to visit, and then I'll read off the name. I forget her name, I'm sorry.
Elizabeth Neary, no problem. Yep.
Elizabeth. Yeah, I'm here to visit Elizabeth. She's not expecting me, but I am hoping to speak with her. I'm with the Orpheus group.
The Orpheus group. Do you have identification? Do you have a card?
No, I don't.
Colette, are you serious?
Okay.
Sorry, it was a long morning.
How do you
I
know
don't-
Elizabeth?
I don't. But it's very important that I speak with her. It's involving a situation that she was a part of with an ex-partner. It's very important that I speak with her, please. It's concerning tragedy, and it's very important.
Oh, all of a sudden, a woman in her mid-20s kind of rounds the corner. Light brown hair, hazel eyes. Looks at the receptionist. Becca, what's going on? Don't worry about it, ma'am. These people are just leaving. And she looks at you, Colette. Are you here to talk about Chris?
Yes. I am. I'm sorry. I don't have my... I'd love to talk about Chris. Is there a way that I could talk to Elizabeth?
I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth,
Becca,
can I take a little bit of your time?
Becca, it's fine. We'll just go to the break room. Who did you say you were with? Did you say the Orpheus group?
Yes, but it's not concerning what you're thinking. Can we
Okay.
sit?
Just follow me. And she leads you back to a break room. A couple of simple tables in the middle of the floor, refrigerator, microwave, that kind of thing. Closes the door behind her. What do you need to talk about Chris for?
I just would. We're conducting research. It's a research trial that is a part of the situation, or at least related to the situation that happened with Christopher. And we believe that we could do some good in the situation. But we need all of the details that pertain to what happened to him that night. Anything that you can provide with us when it comes to Christopher, what happened around that time, anything that you can offer us would do us a great deal of help. We're just trying to make connections about something that we think could be real.
Her eyes, as just the mention of Chris's name and what might have happened, and her eyes begin to well with tears, and she looks at you and says, I don't know much. I just know we've been broken up for like 2 weeks, and
so it's fresh.
He just didn't come up. That's it. And they still haven't found the piece of shit that hit him. And I don't even know if they're fucking looking.
Right. It's a powerful situation, and I'm sorry for what happened, and I'm sorry that you two did not get the ending that you deserve. And I think she gives a small look at Koa when she says that. But we're looking for answers to what happened past that event. We don't know what it's related to or what it could be pertaining to, but every day since that terrible day, we've seen more and more unexplainable circumstances happening there, and we are trying to find answers. So if there's any information that you can give me that may connect with those unexplainable circumstances, or anything that may connect with Christopher, that would help us so much, Elizabeth. And that could give us closure, both of us.
Ask her how he had taken the breakup.
How did he respond after you two parted?
I mean, not well. I'm the one who broke things off. He was so bitter. He got passed over for promotion, and just he still had a lot of growing up to do. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never his fault. Just unable to take personal accountability. And I was hoping just taking some time and maybe putting a little bit of space would snap him out of it. Get him to grow up just a little bit. And then it happened.
I see.
I miss him. I want him to come home.
I know what that feeling's like, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I wish there was something I could do.
Have you seen him?
No, that's unfortunately not how this works.
Can you?
I look at Koa.
I just give him a very poignant look.
I don't know what you do, but if you can, just make sure he knows I love him.
I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that that man knows that you love him, whether I can pass that on or whatever. I can't guarantee anything, but if I even see a sliver of a chance, I promise you.
I need to go back to work. Here's my cell phone number. Just call if you need anything. Thank you. And you can see yourselves out.
Oh, and she's going to reach for like a napkin in the break room or wherever it is we are, and she's going to write down her phone number and pass it over. If you need anything, please call.
Could I also again use Whale to try to ease her
Yes.
into at least a bit of calm? I just want to like, even though I can't really actually physically touch her, kind of like grab like one would with like in her hands and just kind of.
Absolutely. Yeah. Roll that manipulation plus empathy.
That is 4 successes.
Yeah. Almost exactly kind of the same thing with Miss Copeland. You just reach out and take that away from her. And she again, that very deep breath, just kind of recenters herself, and you feel that energy soothe and calm. And she dabs at her eyes a little bit with the edge of that napkin you just gave her with your phone number on it and says, thank you. Thank you.
Of course. If you need anything, not just about this, please reach out.
I will. Thank you. And she leaves.
I'm going to look at Koa real quick and go, that's what we're depriving people of. And I'm going to go outside and have a smoke. I'll invite Koa, of course.
I'll join.
There you go. Yep. Moving on to our other dream team. We have Mia and Viv, correct? Yeah. You head on into the Colorado Springs Police Department, main headquarters building, right? You've got a desk out front behind some bulletproof glass, and the officer on duty kind of looks up at you. Yeah, good morning. Can I help you?
Hi, question. I am looking for Detective Leyland. What was that? Sagerson? Sorensen?
Yeah, sure. This is about a case she's working.
Yeah, it's about, was it the Christopher, what's his last name again?
Alan.
Christopher Allen case?
Sure. You a witness? You family? What's the deal?
Kind of private investigations with the actual neighborhood and all that, and I just want to make sure that everything is correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Listen, I'll call her down, and if she wants to meet with you, she will. And,
Appreciate that.
He kind of leans over and grabs the phone. You can't hear him because there's a microphone that they have to key in order to be heard. But eventually, maybe 5-10 minutes later, a very tall blonde woman.
Hello. Yes.
Late 30s, blue eyes, dirty blonde hair, wearing a gray pantsuit, white shirt, very attractive.
Yes.
Comes down and says, "Yeah, hi, I'm Detective Sorensen. Can I help you?"
Hi, I'm gonna extend very. Hi, I am Mia Castillo-Benet. Question. I'm just gonna be very. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I'm actually. If you have a couple minutes, I would like to talk about a case that you're working on right now.
Okay, what case would that be?
It was you guys said it, Christopher. It was the Christopher Allen case.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what is your involvement with that case?
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and take out my Orpheus card really quick, and I'm going to head and stand it out. We were actually hired by the neighborhood due to suspicious activity, and we think it might take a little bit more. But for me to go ahead and assess the situation, I just need to kind of talk to you about the case, especially also wanting to know if you might have a list of possible Jeeps or SUVs that could help me with the hit and run and whatnot.
That isn't. Wait,
I
you're
know.
sitting here with those ghost casing folks?
Trust me, it's a little, it's very peculiar, believe me.
Wow, I guess it's amateur hour here in the Springs. Okay.
No.
Listen, ma'am, that is an active investigation, and if you have any inkling of what you're doing, I can't share that information.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for her office. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, that's good, because I want to keep them talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then if it's an active investigation, then you should obviously be aware that kind of people are really going through some horrible, activities in the area. With the electricity, weird stuff, more
Oh, so-
accidents I've noticed too.
So bad infrastructure is a police problem now.
Fuck.
Viv comes around the corner. Increased emissions, increased stress on vehicles. It's like all the shit that she repeated on the way. Tell them, it's all their fault.
Well, it's not really. You're right at that city councils, but for me right now, my job is to kind of make sure that no one else gets hurt, so I don't come back and deal with that and more upset family members. That's really what it's all about.
So you want to do my job?
No, my job is to deal with the people in the graveyard. That's my job. I want you to deal with the living. I'm trying to deal with the people trying to move
Great.
on because they affect the living.
Well, listen, I'm sure there's probably a couple mental institutions between here and Denver. I'm sure you can find one that'll just take you in a heartbeat there, sweetheart. Anything else I can do for you before I have to get back to my
Hit on her.
real
Hit on her.
girl
You got to
job?
delay. You got to hit on her.
Okay.
She
Now-
hits sweetheart on you. What the fuck?
Oh,
Kill this bitch.
Okay.
I'm becoming progressively more
totally fair.
ACAB.
I was like, I'm gonna be like, yeah. I mean, I could see where you could think that. I mean, it is a little bonkers and crazy, whatnot. That. By the way, question.
You do have a private investigator's license, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my private investigation license right there as well. I'm like, just so you're aware, like, I get it. It's a little like suspicious and all that, but you know what? I hired to do a job, as you can see. I'm just trying to help people out. That's all I'm trying to do. Not trying to step on toes. Obviously, you are more than capable of handling a whole bunch.
Let's go, Mia.
Whole bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
By the way, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's just I just got distracted. What is not to be? What are you wearing? Like the perfume, it's incredible. By the way, I want to know.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.
Roll perception, or I'm sorry, no, roll manipulation plus empathy, because you're not being.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not being.
You're not being. Yeah.
Empathy. Oh yes. Okay. Come on.
And the DC is going to be a big fat. We're going to go with a 7 on that one.
Fair.
Oh.
At least 1 7,
Come on, Mia.
Amanda.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I got 2 passes with a 9 and an 8.
Swoon.
Okay. She kind of looks at you and there's a little twinkle in the eye.
I'm so sorry. What, can you repeat that one more time?
There's a little twinkle in the eye, and she's like, I need a smoke. You gonna come out?
Oh, absolutely.
She
And I'm
already
gonna
did.
actually already have a lighter ready to go. And be like,
Viv.
Already did.
Incredible.
She'll take it. So besides being crazy and beautiful, what are you looking for?
Fuck.
Actually, I'm kind of newer to the area at all. I was about to say I'm not like quite familiar with it at all. I was do you have any recommendations or
Good restaurants.
restaurants,
To
coffee
take people out on a
houses?
date with, too.
You kind of like a question, like also like you look like where would you like to go? That's where if someone were to take you, where would you like to go?
There's a nice Italian place down in Colorado City. We could. I kind of like. You like Italian?
I love Italian. I'm actually half Italian, so if you would like, if anything, I could. There's a couple of things that believe I might know some, but it does require at least a little bit more than a 5-minute conversation. So.
Okay.
Which, if you're interested, I could definitely, I could teach you Italian later tonight.
Let's see how this conversation goes first. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Molto bene.
I mean, it does sound phenomenal, but it's like, I wouldn't know what to pick off the menu. I would need someone to show me what to get, though.
Did you really call me down here just to ask me out?
I mean, it was just a happy coincidence, and to be very frank with you, if I see something I kind of like, I say, you got to shoot your shot. Remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Unfortunately, that's it. Sorry, Vince.
No, was that me?
Oh, you disappeared from my camera for a
I
second.
disappeared from everybody's.
You're back.
Continue with the schmoove moves, madam.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, she kind of looks at it and says, if I feel like it, here's the address. Meet you there at 6:30.
I'll be there at 6. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I'll be like, and I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna like, do you mind? And I'm gonna like kind of take something like dab near the eye, be like,
She's got an eyelash.
I'm like, oh, I see an eyelash tap, and I'll be like, we'll see
You
how
better
this
wish.
Damn.
She just kind of looks, is like, what the fuck am I doing? Okay,
You can find out.
maybe I'll see you later.
Alright.
And she will head
Took
unless you
that.
stop her.
I'm gonna take that number really quick, and I'm gonna be like, before I leave, I'm gonna go ahead and slip my card with my private number there.
Okay.
I'm like, you can try the work number,
Ah.
but if you want to get a hold of me directly, and also, like I said, I might make you a believer after all, if you're just a little curious about what's it like on the other side. And then I'm gonna go ahead.
Amazing.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Fucking
turn,
hell.
walk, walk, kind of do the hair flip, look around over the shoulder,
Yes.
Yes.
wink it, and then keep moving.
Yes.
Incredible.
Oh my god. Yeah, it worked. Those lines. Forget about
Yeah.
it. Am I red?
I
A
can't.
little bit. A little bit.
It's
How much-
toasty in here.
How much time?
it's
that's
so-
that's a lot, right?
That's a
I
lot.
wanna
You got time,
find,
Viv. What are you up to?
Who owns this car? Like, hopefully, if she's still working on it, if there's anything open on the desk, because I also can't manifest. Well, I could stare a few police
You
officers
could
if I wanted
manifest.
to. But no, I want to see first what's out on the desk. If it's not good
Got it,
enough, then
okay.
we'll go forward.
Numerous files. Obviously, Detective Sorensen has a pretty significant caseload. Colorado Springs is a pretty big city. So you would need to sort through things.
Okay. Is it a private office or is it like a cubicle?
It is a cubicle. Yeah, she's not
Okay.
that high up in the rank yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's worth it. I'm gonna manifest.
Okay. Got it.
The
Okay.
second, the full manifest.
So you spend the 2. Okay, you spend
Yeah.
the 2. You manifest. It doesn't feel really any different to you. It's more just like you become more solid, more present, if that makes sense. You know, and you start flipping through, and you find a case file labeled Allen. And you do kind of dig through the notes. You see a CD with, or a DVD with ring camera footage written on the outside in black Sharpie. And you also find witness statements, and you see 3 letters. 3 numbers. 561.
561. Just like isolated, like on a poster or something.
It's in the witness statement and is associated with the partial license plate that the witness saw.
Sweet.
Mm.
Okay. And then one more sort of meta question. Would I know? I don't think I would know if Mia would have access to looking up license plate numbers, do I?
You guys don't know each other that well yet, do you?
Right.
Did you go through training together?
No. Right?
that's right.
Because you're not new.
No, I've been here for like about a year.
She's been there for a while, yeah. So you wouldn't know that much about her background or what she has access to. You'd have to ask her.
Okay. Then if it's only single copies of things, I won't take anything.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
How far away is the printer?
Well, that's the other thing. So the printer is kind of in a common area on the other end of the office, and her computer is locked.
Okay. Then I will just write down that information. And the date was tonight at 6, correct?
Yes, it is.
Well, you'll find that out when you get back out there and see how
That's
things
true.
went.
I don't. That's right. That's right. Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll write down what I know,
Okay.
and then leave.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Do you demanifest?
Oh yes. Oh my God. Yes. Thank
I
you.
got you. Okay. So we got that down. Abner, Nakoa, Lavinia, what are you all up to next?
Talking to the brother.
Okay. Where do you all head?
To his place of business, if we know that he has one.
You do.
He's the restaurant manager, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yep. You know, he is a manager at the Phantom Canyon Brewing Company, no pun intended, in downtown Colorado Springs. So you're all kind of converging in the same spot. Phenomenal restaurant, by the way. It's a great little brewery in Colorado Springs. If you ever found yourselves down there, check it out.
Good
Anyway,
to know.
yeah. So you walk in, and the reception or the maitre d', is that the word I'm looking for?
Yep.
Kind of greets you.
Now the problem is we're all ghosts technically, unless we decide to
I
manifest.
went back. I
Yeah,
went back
okay.
to make a dread.
She
So-
returned. Yeah.
All right, so we're
Yeah,
hovered around Logan.
Logan, it's gonna be on you to talk to him.
For sure, yeah. I can definitely talk to this guy. Yes.
Okay. So the woman at the stand in the front of the restaurant looks up. Hi, can I help you?
Hi, yes. I would like to speak to Montgomery Allen, please. He is the man. I'm not trying to like talk to your manager. That's not the vibe I'm trying to lay down.
Oh, okay.
I just need
sure.
to talk to him. He just happens to be the manager.
No problem. Can I ask who's asking?
My name's Logan. Hi.
Is he expecting you? Or...
No. This isn't. It's not a bad thing.
Tell him why you're here. Tell him why you're here.
Right. I work with Orpheus.
Oh, those. Oh, look like the ghost hunters.
I mean, we're not really ghost hunters. We like talk to ghosts and we like try to help them move on.
That's so fucking cool.
Right? It's pretty awesome.
Are they hiring?
I mean, I could probably put in a good word for you. I bet.
Okay. All right.
No.
Let me go.
Yeah, give me.
Let me go get him. Okay. Yeah. I'll be right back. And she kind of scurries off. And a few moments later, she comes back with kind of a taller, like 32-year-old man. He's got a brown hair cut kind of in the side part, beard. He's wearing like the typical restaurant manager apparel, white dress shirt, khakis. It's like, hi, good afternoon. You were looking for me?
Yes. Hi. My name's Logan. I'll like put my hand out.
I'll shake your
I'm with Orpheus. And I just have a couple of questions about your late brother.
Okay, are you like gonna ghost bust him? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, ideally, we'd like to just like help him move on so that he's not stuck.
Are you saying my brother is hanging around?
Okay, tell him.
Well, we're not entirely certain.
Let's maybe we take this conversation elsewhere.
Right,
I've got
yeah,
an office in the
that's-
back. Let's
yes.
Let's head on back. And he walks back, and it's clear just from his overall demeanor that this is very strange to him. He kind of walks back and leads you back into this little office and closes the door behind you. So you're talking about you're looking for Chris?
Yes. Well, I don't have to tell you what happened to him. I'm really sorry for your loss, by the way. That's really rough. I have 4 brothers, so I can't imagine losing even one of them. And anyway, there have been a lot of occurrences at that intersection of a variety that our workplace would deem of importance.
There are important things going on at the intersection where my brother died.
Yes, like they're...
Ask him how his brother was doing before the accident happened. If he'd been acting strangely, if he was seeing anybody new, if he'd been anywhere weird.
I got it, Uncle Abner. So, was... Sorry, I had a cough.
Right.
Who was your brother spending time with? How was he doing emotionally before everything happened? Was he?
Not great. Him and Elizabeth had just split. He was passed over for promotion again. And, can't say it wasn't entirely his fault. Just.
What do you mean?
Look, I love my brother. I gotta get used to not saying that. He had some growing up still to do. But I loved him, and he was doing his best. He worked for the city. So, yeah, things weren't great.
Was he speaking with anyone new, or was he like hanging out with new people, or was it just kind of a?
He was a gamer, right? And he was always online, in his off time, especially after Elizabeth broke up with him.
Ask him if he knows where his remains are, the things in his apartment.
I was wondering if you knew where his things are now. I don't know if that would make any difference, but it might be helpful to know. Like there's a lot of reasons.
Sometimes spirits are tied to objects.
Right. Sometimes spirits are tied to objects, so that's what we're asking. Not if you think he's tied to objects, but like if there are objects that we can look at that he might be tied to. Well,
so they released them to me. I've put them in storage.
Is there a chance we can look at them?
Roll manipulation plus empathy.
My manipulation is ass. That's one success.
We'll take it. Okay. Yeah, I can give you a key, but I'll have to go with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be. I don't want to take any of your time, but this will be really helpful for our investigation. And
you think he's haunting his shit?
I don't know. I feel like I should lie to you here and say that I have an inkling, but I don't know. It could be a lot of things. We just want to help him.
Okay. Yeah, I got most of his stuff in storage. The only thing I held on to was the engagement ring. That's really it.
He had an engagement ring?
Oh.
Well, yeah, he was gonna propose to Elizabeth. Show her that he, grew up.
Wow, that's a lot to lose all at once. Okay, that would be. Can we see all of it? Can we?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what. Give me a little bit. Let me run home. I'll get the ring. And I'll meet you at the storage place in 45 minutes, an hour.
Fantastic. Where is it?
You got a pen? And I'll write down the address. 4915 Galley Road. It's Smart Space Self-Storage Unit 539.
All right. Thank you. I hope this isn't. I'm sure this is imposition.
No, this is fucking weird. This is weird.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you kind of rolling with it because this is a lot for anyone. So you're doing great, champ.
Thanks, sport.
Nice touch on the champ.
Also, I'm going to. There may be another member of our team with me. Will that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's fine.
Fantastic. I don't know if they'll be there, but there's a chance. There's more of us. It's not just
okay.
me.
Okay. All right. Well,
great. Thank you.
Great.
Mr.
Thank you. Call me Jake.
Jake. I thought your name was Montgomery. Oh, okay. Sorry, Jake. Yes, Jake is a good name.
I wish it wasn't. No, Jacob was my middle name. Montgomery's what I got called when I was in trouble, and my brother wanted to piss me the fuck off, but Jacob's fine.
I understand. Brothers.
Yeah.
All right, great.
When we're alone, Lavinia, as we kind of circle together, Lavinia, without even really looking at anyone, kind of thinking out loud, just says, "It connects two people, yet it touches only one. Of course, the ring. I think it's the ring."
That was what I was thinking too. Logan was not thinking that. They just want to feel smart.
Did Nakoa have a question?
Oh no.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
After that ends, Logan just puts their head in their hands. He's like, I don't know how to talk to people anymore, apparently.
You did a good job there, kiddo. Just maybe fewer filler words next time.
Oh God, I could talk people's ear off in the old days, and now I'm part ghost, and I just sound like a fucking idiot.
You got what we wanted out of him. That's what matters, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. You did good.
All right. So what next?
So I guess we are following up.
The rest of the gang.
Got it.
That's what we're doing. Everybody else, I'm not sure where their threads are at.
Y'all reconvening or kind of other
I think
leads
after
in
what we
case
learned, we'd probably ask to reconvene with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Can I say I get the number of the girl at the front before we leave?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, what do we need that for? I don't think she's going to be involved at all.
Oh, she might have insights into Jake.
She signs it
Well.
like Desiree with a little heart over the eye.
Better safe than sorry, I guess. Good way to take the initiative there.
Thanks, Uncle.
Who's calling who? Ghosts don't have cell phones.
I think Logan said they were gonna.
Yeah,
contact
I think
Okay.
you're the only
That's right. Yeah, yeah,
corporeal
yeah.
form.
Yeah. I'll call Colette.
Hello?
Hey, where are you?
Well, we're waiting outside the police station for Mia to get out.
Cool. Do you wanna? We should all meet because we have thoughts. We talked to the brother. So like the guy's stuff was like gone from his apartment because landlords suck. But we talked to his brother, and his brother is like, "Hey, I'll show you the stuff." And then he was like, "There was an engagement ring. They were gonna get married." Call.
Honestly, that tracks. This wasn't just like a breakup. She was. I don't think I've ever seen anybody so heartbroken. She was not doing well.
Well, we can deal with all that in a minute. But like, can you tell Mia? Cause you're with Mia, and she kind of scares me.
I'll let them all know. Where are we meeting?
Downtown. We're all kind of downtown right now, I guess.
And your hotel is downtown.
We should. We're not meeting in a Starbucks again, man. Only bad things happen in Starbucks parking lots.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's go meet them in a Starbucks.
Well, isn't our hotel here? We should check in anyway, or at least like the living of us should.
Ooh. Oh wait, no, never mind. I had an idea, but no, never mind.
Oh.
Let's do that. Let's do your plan.
Okay. Yes. I'll tell Colette to meet us at the Antler Inn or whatever it was.
The Antlers,
Antler.
yeah. Big bougie hotel. Orpheus obviously doesn't
Spare no
skin phone
expense.
benefits. Yeah.
Is there a pool?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Restaurant,
I'll
lobby,
see
and
ya.
everything. Yeah. If you'll
I'll see you
Google
at
it,
the Antlers.
it's a nice place. So yeah, you all reconvene in one of your hotel rooms. The living ones have your own rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I would not take these people back to my room because I don't want everyone to know exactly which room is mine.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll
I
go
don't
to
care.
anyone
Come into my room.
that I
Okay.
really would.
We'll learn in Logan's room.
I think after we fill everyone in as to what we learned, Lavinia would say, I think we need to change our tactics and focus on getting this haunter to this woman with this ring. I think we possibly have the three of them interact and try to perform the exorcism, whatever the hell it's called. I forget what it's
You
called.
want to do a ghost
Well,
wedding?
We need.
It's not about the wedding, it's about having the elements in place to help release him.
It's
But what
the
about the-
closure, but first we have to find him.
We also. But
Well,
the
we know where to
car-
find him.
But wait, question: is the closure really her? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, the closure is all about him.
Exactly. So should we
May-
just try to get him back and just?
Maybe
Try
we
to-
just need the ring.
Okay.
We won't know for sure until we find him.
We know where to find him.
Didn't
I know
we
where to
say
find
that-
him.
We know where to find him, but we haven't found him yet.
Well, once we talk, we know where he's going to be. He's going to go and talk to David. So, but if we
Right,
have
well,
the ring
I'm-
if we have the ring with us at the time
It
we
certainly
talk to
won't
him,
hurt,
we might
but
be
I'm
able to hurt.
The only point I'm making is that we won't know for sure until we have a chat with the guy.
That's fair enough.
That's fair.
I'm
But why
still
not
not
have
sure.
everything together beforehand?
So I suppose the real question is, how do we get this ring from the person who currently has it, his brother?
Buy it.
Steal it.
We
Borrow
tell him
it.
the truth.
Yeah, that worked really well with him actually.
I mean,
good.
we're already talking about what we should tell her too. This obviously has something to do with her.
You want to tell her that her dead ex-boyfriend was going to
Yeah.
propose.
Yes.
You not see how that's
That's a bad idea.
That's
That's
a lot
not
to
a
put
good
on her
idea.
call.
That's a therapy session. And unless you're
Well-
paying her to stick around, that's like,
Well,
right.
well, then you want? Well, then
She
you want to
should
know?
die never knowing. You're right.
okay.
Yeah, she
My
should.
word
Her
is
brother.
just he didn't know. He wanted to be the one to tell her, right? If we tell her, that
Let's
just seems
be
like
for
something
real.
that might make
If he wanted, if he
sense.
proposed, if he he didn't decide for sure he was going to propose, because if he did, he would have already done it. So
He
are we sure we
died.
want to add more to this?
Well, he died before he got the chance, but
Colette.
it sounds like he
Okay.
intended to.
Okay,
Colette,
but are we not hearing that we're possibly adding more shit to this woman who literally has gone through this with her ex-boyfriend?
You
Just saying.
okay? You weren't there to hear her. She begged me to tell him, to
Yes.
talk to him, to have a
And-
single word with him.
Everyone is going to do that, Colette. Everybody wants to have their attachments. But we're not here for her. We're here to help Chris. And you keep forgetting that.
Can we
Chris is
have
the
more than one
that
person?
Why can't
No,
we do both?
We are not in the business of helping her. We're in the business of helping them.
Then I'm in the wrong business.
Maybe you are.
I mean,
What if we help them now? What if in the future we avoid something like this because she already knows?
She has all of the resources to help her move on. The living have the resources to help them move on, not the dead. And that's our business.
Nakoa, usually
There-
I would agree with you, but in this instance, not helping Chris is creating external problems. If we just mess with her a little bit more, it'll probably just be an inward situation.
Well, now, girls, don't you think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourselves? We probably ought to talk to the victim before we start considering this kind of thing. Colette, it might not. You might get your wish. You might just get your wish, but we won't know for sure until we've talked to the man himself. Now, will we?
Hold on.
So why don't we keep the blinders on and focus on that?
Hey! Fuckhead!
Thank
Hey.
you.
Don't raise your voice.
First of
Yeah.
all right? I don't mind. I've been respectful, but do me a favor. Do not refer to us that way or talk down in a patronizing tone again. That'll be the first and last time you do that. Do you fucking understand me?
Oh, you're getting a little bit brave there now, aren't you?
You're getting a
I
little
turned to
creepier than I
Nakoa.
remember.
I'm going to turn to Nakoa. I'm going to go ahead and investigate into these cars. I have contacts of looking into possible vehicles of registration that match the description. I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you guys want to do that, I'm just going to cover all our bases. And I think I'm going to go and cool off, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Sorry. I apologize to everybody. That was very, very unprofessional, and that is my issue, and I sincerely apologize for that uncomfortability.
Take
And I'm gonna-
somebody with you.
I'll go with it.
Oh fuck. I won't.
Oh, she'll be okay on her own now. Don't
If you,
think?
yeah, I
You found
let me
numbers
just-
561. I like solving puzzles. I think I could help you.
It's kind of just boring research, and honestly, I feel like your intriguing mind might be more useful here. But you have my number. I'll probably be in my room, and I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna exit.
Did you tell them about your date?
At the door.
A date?
A date? On the
Was
is
that
that
a
a thing
secret?
we're allowed to do on the
Wait.
job?
Wait, no.
No.
I I am. I'm gonna have a dinner with the detective to possibly get more information, and I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. And
Well, let us know what you find.
I will keep you informed.
And
And I know Koa's looking at me.
I so want to look into the future and see.
I know. You know what I'm gonna say? I'll be like, I wouldn't, and then I just as I say I wouldn't, and I exit the doors because they know what that means.
When Mia leaves, I'm just gonna say, well, we know who the hothead is of our group.
I wouldn't
For
call it
once,
hot-headed,
it's not
I think it's
me.
fair.
So what now? So who goes? So what? Are we going to go pick up the ring, or are we
I
just
need
going to
to
wait
go-
around until we talk to Christopher?
I need to go talk to the brother because I told him I'd be there in like 45 minutes. So if anyone wants to go with me, that's great. I told him someone else might be coming, but it could also just be me, and I think he's expecting either one.
Can I come with?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that exact thing.
Me calling
I'm
Viv?
breaking into a police station.
Oh, you're breaking into the
But
police
if we,
station?
I mean, if we do that first and we just go to the police station next, that's fine.
Remind
What
me
do you
why
need
we
at the
need to
I'd
break
love to
into
help
the
with
police
that.
station.
The tapes from the actual night are there,
Ah,
and I wasn't able to take them, and
Well,
a couple of
that sounds
other
exciting,
case
and I'll
files.
go
are
with
there.
you for that, Viv.
Perfect.
You two think you can handle that on your own?
If anyone bothers Viv, I'll inhabit them and make them do something.
Fantastic.
Actually, we can use a couple of flesh suits because I don't want to manifest. That would be easier.
I'm hesitant to send somebody corporeal into a police station in the middle of the night. That's
Oh, no,
not
like,
good
like-
practice.
I
Like
don't know
Lavinia
if we'll
said,
need
she's got
someone
it.
corporeal, but they can come if they want to distract.
I think if you two are comfortable, I think you're perfectly capable of handling it all on your own.
Thank you.
So what are you and
Where
I
are
going to
you
do,
going?
Abner? Then?
Well, I was gonna go with Logan and Colette. Did
Oh,
you have another idea?
No. So I just want to know where you want me.
So
Why don't you tag along?
your group is going to go speak with the brother, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so
okay.
it sounds like everybody is going to the brother. Well, I don't
Brother.
know what Mia's
Mia's
doing, but
Getting boned.
yeah.
And
And we're going
What
to.
time is it right now, Vince?
Yeah.
Are we? Where in the day are we?
You are
You're
muted.
muted.
Vince.
We'll say probably closer to 4 at this point.
Okay,
And also, somebody roll me intelligence real quick.
I'd
Mommy.
love to.
not me.
Something
Yeah.
I can actually do well.
This is your idea roll.
Just over 6.
Yep.
That's one success.
Okay. Why break into the police department when you haven't even asked the folks who own the footage if they have it, if they can provide a copy?
And the people that own the
Level-headed
footage
one.
is the city?
The house, no, the house directly across the street from where the accident happened.
True, because the ring camera.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
oh,
So it happens
break
when
in
the
there.
level-headed one is not there.
So that's where we'll break in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just
We don't have to break it.
Break it. You get
Listen, if you want to break in, go ahead and break in.
can ask.
If you
I'd
want-
love to.
I will always break in.
Okay, cool.
No.
We just keep the plan.
Just move locations.
Yes.
And I think with that tentative plan lined out, I think that's a great point to stop for the day.
Amazing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow, that sure
Hey.
went by fast.
Cool.
Opener.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. I hope you all enjoyed that. Hey, folks, thank you for those of you who watched. Really appreciate having you. Hope you enjoyed this, our first of hopefully many sessions. And all of you, phenomenal work. Thank you
Hey,
so
thank
much
you.
For giving me this
you.
It
opportunity.
was a great session.
And appreciate that. You all did just absolutely incredible. So, yeah, join us next time. We'll get back to you with dates and times. Should be Saturday after next. And yeah, until next time, we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.